So this is unfair heroes. I guess we're gonna try to go through all of the tiers and sort them through individually by tier and by color, right? So we're not comparing like tier 1 orange with tier 1 gray. Although maybe we should talk about like force and stuff too, because that is also, maybe you do have to consider that then, right? But
no, don't have to
Nah,
think
force
talk about
sucks.
force.
force sucks, basic only. Okay.
Force sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to say something about force because I actually played like 10 games with it or something. It's very strong, but there's one counter so far, and that's basically poison. And then if you don't have the cleanse, it's just very annoying to deal with, obviously. And that's the one time that I died. Just get poisoned and ran them into some Falk because you get like 2 of the prints and like the other thing, and then you just die. But it's very strong, but I think basic is a little bit better because this doesn't
Aptly
get countered.
named, given all
I
you're trying to do
think
is
actually
force
the
scrapper.
I kind of think the worst part about force is like you can't defensive burst anymore. It's like if your gray hero is like 1 or 2 shields away from saving someone, you can just like spend 2 mana to save them. They just die.
I mean,
it sucks.
yeah, but if you have 2 grays there,
Usually it's
you don't pick Bard, then
coming out swinging already.
I found my HP is not going down at all.
Bard would have given you cleanse against that Troll King fight you lost, you know.
So
Wait, back cleanse. Wait, back cleanse, no?
I guess inconsistent cleanse, right?
Oh, very consistent.
See, this is why you die to poison.
I do think there's something to be said though about like being able to bank mana and prevent low rolls, right? Because I think when we were talking about like the difference between like lazy, for example, and prodigy, because like their output is very, very similar, right? It's basically the same. But I think prodigy is significantly better than lazy, just because of the fact that you can bank.
Agree, but
I don't know if it's not like, okay, prodigy is not like S tier, you know. I still think prodigy is bad, but if I had to pick between having one of the two, I'm probably just like,
with prodigy is like you go against the troll, and then you use one side, and then you have one side left, and then you use 2 sides. Well, I mean, you use 2 sides. It's usually over, but you've been in some spots where, I mean, hitting the second side is already way harder, and then sometimes you just have like a hero that can only roll blanks.
You're definitely trying to get rid of it before floor 4, but I think at least for the hallways, it's like better. I mean, I don't know, it's still bad, so maybe it's not worth talking about. But
For it, they were just both bad.
Yeah, both terrible.
Okay.
Alright, what should we do for the ranks? Do we want to do like slightly sad, big sad, as such?
So, can you link the sheet where you're working on then? Or should we look somewhere?
I'm streaming it, right?
I guess, yeah.
So
And you can just watch on Discord too.
yeah, Discord stream is what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll watch on Discord here.
We could just go through and say what we think is the worst to the best. Like we could just order them first and then maybe add some more nuance.
Order them. That's a big ask. Holy.
Well, I mean, you could just say rank like 6 through whatever, right? And we could add. Like,
you can drag. Okay, we can order. Easy. We can order.
Okay.
All right.
We're cooking.
We're cooking. Now should we begin?
Yeah. I'm actually curious what
Alright,
people think. I think it's pretty unanimous probably that Scoundrel or Clumsy is the worst, but I don't know which one people feel because I think there's strong
Clumsy's
opinions.
way worse. Please,
Yeah,
use
Clumsy is the
Scoundrel.
Clumsy is the worst by far.
I also think Clumsy is a little bit worse than Scoundrel, yeah. I really don't like that Clumsy is just like, it just hurts herself
I mean, Clumsy actually loses
constantly.
runs.
It's just a struggle to keep her alive.
Yeah, Scoundrel rolls blind, but Clumsy actually lose runs. Yeah.
Clumsy hits into Thorn and then die, and then like, yeah.
At least Scoundrel needs to take 6 hits from the enemies, while Clumsy like doesn't, because
That's true.
just dies and they can no longer take hits.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the main problem with Clumsy is that if things go wrong and they do die, then they revive with only 2 HP, and they can just immediately die again before doing anything.
And thorns are very, very common.
Yep.
Man, Clumsy
Especially
would be
early
so
rounds.
much better with 6 HP and reviving with 3, huh?
And
But
like half HP.
reviving at 2, it's so easily for them to die again.
Yeah, the cursor as well. You know, like half HP you pick, and then Thorns the monster you also pick.
Yeah, I think we
Clumsy
should
just
start
dies.
with that. Like, tough HP is like an auto pick curse. And I don't think that's always fully realized, but most of us just auto picked it when we saw it.
Yeah, as soon as I realized what it like actually does, like I saw it, it's like, no way, it's that easy, right? And then I picked it, and it's like exactly as easy as I thought. I was like, huh, this is, yeah, Dan messed up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, not worth 7 for sure. Probably like 4, maybe.
Probably like
I think of
3.
it as slightly harder than Monster HP +1, so I've got it at 5 right now, but...
It's not
Monster
even
plus-
necessarily
Mon-
true, right? Because
Monster
it's
HP plus 1, I also think is also like 3 points, so
Yeah,
it's not worth 5.
it's comparable.
Should we introduce ourselves?
There's
There's like 8 voices.
maybe.
Right.
You can tell how
yeah,
organized
should
we
do
are.
that.
We're really, really organized here.
We
You
just
should
really
write
like
the
this game. We
names in
can't
the,
wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
Write the names in the Twitch or something like that, just so people can read them properly.
Yeah,
Too.
I could.
Yeah, but who's who, you know?
Well, you guys
There's
can
like-
talk
you
don't
while
have,
I'm
like,
editing the
the-
scene.
You don't have like the
Oh, yeah, I don't
overlay,
have
the
the-
Discord overlay.
Yeah, Discord overlay.
On professional.
Oh, wait, I can do that. Oh.
Oh, that's
Actually, how
Holy
do I do
technology.
that? Hold up.
live googling.
Live
Insane.
Googling. How do I do the Discord overlay?
Let's just start googling.
It's a professional Twitch streamer.
Yeah, you guys talk. Entertain.
You have 10 minutes to sort it out.
You could just talk
Yeah,
about how
yeah,
bad
I want-
Scoundrel is, because he's probably the next one up.
Well, general comment, like when I read something like Reddit, not that I endorse that all the time. When you read something like Reddit, they don't put as much emphasis on the HP, and it's sort of like
Yeah.
we've already said it a few times. Like the difference between 5 and 6, especially when you go from an odd to an even 2 with someone like Clumsy who dies, I think it's really important to call out that 6 HP is so much better than having like 5 or 4.
Or 3. Or
Yeah,
0.
It's like you gain free shields on the critical moment when you need shields. It's kind of important. You have sides
Scoundrel
like
and
Dabble
Thief
that are
is
actually useful
like-
when you have higher HP.
Yeah.
Stronger and Thief, honestly, are pretty
I
comparable.
love Thief.
Yeah, Thief is
Yeah.
great,
I don't mind Thief too much.
especially when with the comment about tough HP being so good too. Thief is great.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the range just kills the archers and the thorns quite nicely.
Mhm.
I guess this is
That's
where
it.
the spicy takes again, because I think actually Thief is right in the middle of the tier 1 oranges.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
What are your
Lost and
two
Dabble
favorites
more.
then, Rush? If you had to
Lost
select
and
top
Dabble.
2. Lost and Dabble? I
Yeah,
was going to say Thief and Dabble here.
Thief and Dabble.
Thief and
Hmm.
Dabble.
I
Oh,
think
Lost
Thief
and
is a
Double
Lost.
for me too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like Lost is overall like more durable just because of the dodge. Like if Lost is taking one big hit and dying, you can just dodge sometimes. So that kind of makes Lost a little bit more than Thief than me.
So, I mean, we got a lot of voices on here. Why don't we first, like, do, like, top half, bottom half, or some level of sorting? Otherwise, we're just going to hear,
Top half, bottom half.
I don't know, like, top 2 or top 3, and then you sort from there.
Oh, there are only 5. And we already got bottom 2, Scoundrel Clumsy.
I think we already got it.
Yeah.
So is this the order, then?
Lost,
think Lost is
Double,
above Dabble?
Thief, Scoundrel, Clumsy.
Well, that's what I was
Honestly,
saying. If it was up to
the-
me, I'd put Thief down to the middle. But I mean, I'm guessing
Honestly,
you
the
guys
tier
disagree.
ones, how strong the strong ones are, doesn't really matter because you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It
reroll when you see the weak ones, no?
It does matter. Like Clumsy, I want to really reroll, but Scoundrel is like, okay, it's fine, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like if it's, let's say, like Lost is your number 1 and then Double is your number 2, it doesn't really matter.
No. I mean, it matters
I do-
how strong things are, though.
I do think the top 3 here are much closer together in strength than Scoundrel and Clumsy. I mean, like they're
definitely.
Yeah, like the Lost, Dabble, and Thief are pretty close together in strength.
I mean, we should just tier them like normal, right? Just like whatever S tier or reroll or not reroll or something like that.
Alright.
Yeah, the strong
Lost
ones
is like
of course dependent anyway.
Big happy.
like all of these are like really happy. And
Just
it's like
happy and then sad and then big sad.
pretty sad,
Yeah.
big sad.
Makes sense.
Okay, 4 tiers.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
No, we have whatever in there as well.
Is Thief happy or whatever? I mean, it doesn't really matter.
think
Well,
happy
I
is
like Thief
good.
as much as Dabble myself, so yeah, Thief's good.
It's consistent enough, and 2 damage a turn is solid. Can get through. You can handle like added monster curses pretty well with that.
Yeah, it just depends on the curse. Sometimes 2 damage is really important.
Also, the 2 damage range is good for early thorns.
Yep.
Alright, moving on.
Moving on. You just do tier 4.
Let's do the tier 1 so at the same time. I think it's more
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, as I said before, if you like highlight all the rows with all the heroes, you can sort them.
Sort by
Well,
tier.
You'd have to like highlight basically everything.
Okay, Discord voice widget is online. We've done it.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yep, I see it.
Oh my god, insane technology. Alright, I'm just gonna scroll. Scrolling is easier. Alright.
Yeah, sure.
What are we going to?
Tier 1
Sure.
Tier 1
1
yellow, tier
yellows.
1 yellow. Oh my god, my
Jeez.
name is not actually my name. Holy.
You gotta rechange for now.
Wait, let me quickly change it right now.
We're so organized, guys. 15 minutes of the mod, and it's just like half of it's just tech stuff.
This is just accurate, though.
Yeah, I have to
We'll
go
need
in
to
3
change
minutes now. No, it's good.
Okay, well, anyways, I think we all agree Lazy sucks. We hate that guy.
Yes.
Yeah, big
Yeah, this
sad.
is the worst.
Yeah,
By
Lazy is
far.
like a mega bad.
I hate Ruffian too,
Same.
honestly.
I like Ruffian. 5 damage
Oh,
is so much
HP.
damage.
How do you use
Oh,
it,
HP.
though?
No, 5 damage. You don't even want to self damage. You need to stall. Remember?
You only need 2 shield, and then they just kill something. It's great.
Please block.
Blocking.
Ruffian has
Ruffian's
I-
side is 2 shield.
Yeah.
I would be more willing to like Ruffian for his 5 damage if every other side of his like was not 1 damage. Like if he had a 2 damage somewhere in there, then I think I'd like him more. But the fact that it's like if you really want to get damage out of him, you have to roll for that 1 left side, and everything else kind of sucks. It's I don't like it.
Like,
that
if your
much.
orange is not killing the thorn, then this thing is not really killing the thorn either. Unless you are somehow blocking for way over. Like,
Well, I mean, you
and
can
bees
just
and-
you can just send him in and have him die, and it's not that big a deal. But still, you don't want to have your yellow do that at the last resort.
I just...
nice to
make things
yellow.
Yeah,
later.
I do that, right? And then I get a level up before, like, floor 4, and then I'm half HP on my, like, scrapper or whatever that I've now picked, you know? Like, I think it's just really annoying to... I almost never want to use the 5 damage side, and then the other sides just suck. Like, I guess the block is the best side, like, actually.
Ruffian is also really, really bad with Metler. I like Metler.
Oh my god.
He's already talking about that earlier. We have
Oh,
3
you
more
already
things to
talking about that
go.
already.
Oh boy.
No, but really, it's true though. It's
Uh-huh.
like Ruffian with Metler is just terrible if you actually low roll. So I don't
Yeah.
really play that.
Yeah, Ruffian with.
Question
playing the game
before
is-
we keep going. Does everyone use Myriad now?
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
Yes.
think
So much.
so. This is basically
like-
the assumption that everyone is playing with Myriad. I think we should probably just state that.
And we also
I think
play.
that needs to be outright stated. Like, it's not on by default, and it makes the game so much easier on unfair.
Yep. Agree.
Like, people might look at this tier list and say, hey, I can't sort of agree with that because I don't see X, Y, Z. Like, you turn Myriad on, and all of a sudden, tough monsters feels like twice as common.
XYZ is not that good. Oh wait, sorry.
No, I was just referring to, people they look at the tier list.
He's like thinking about the
Not
curse.
referring to the curse, Peter.
I know.
Myriad
Basically,
is double options for one more.
There's a lot of curses that are just very easy compared to how many points it gives you, and also with myriad options, you're much more often going to find like pairs of like curses of blessings that like sort of counteract each other in a very beneficial way for you. So, or even just like two curses that kind of do the exact same thing, and pairing them together is not any harder than taking one of them. So, for those reasons, myriad offers is just definitely worth it.
Yep.
Yeah, to actually explain in the VOD, if anyone doesn't know what it does, it just means you get twice as many curses/blessings offered, but you need to take one more curse point as a penalty, but it's definitely worth it.
3 more on brutal, but still unfair.
And other than that, we've been playing the most basic way, literally basic every time, no other
options.
5% or 20% options.
I don't know if generated stuff makes the game easier or harder. I would assume it makes it harder because you can prepare less for what you're going to get, right? Like I know sometimes it's like you get some keyword item that's disgustingly broken, but
yeah, items seem pretty strong from what I've seen, but I've never played with them.
Yeah, I just
seems like a bit like win more sometimes. Like you can usually plan and say, well, I can win with just myriad. Why do you need more? Why do you need to add variants?
No, I think item just stronger than not having a.
There's still bad items in the normal item pool anyway. So
yeah, because there are still bad items in like the normal item pool. So.
If you random, do you random in a generated sometimes?
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
But you see, like, there's so many items anyways, you're never going to see all of them, so you just, I don't know. The odds of you trying to snipe one specific thing. I know we meme about, like, sniping polearm all the time, but it, like, it, like, doesn't really happen. Like, you're not really playing for that, are you? Like,
we snipe it, like, 2 times, so,
Yeah, at tier 2 we actually just random so often.
Just take the extra items, blessings.
True.
Yeah, that's very strong.
In my case, I've left random generated items and monsters on at 5% just for the variety, and it doesn't seem like it negatively impacts things too much. I ended up turning off heroes because it's literally 70% gamblers, and it's just not fun.
Yeah, heroes are really bad.
Hey, you said it on the cool.
Anyways, are we gonna get back to like ruffian versus hoarder? Because
Ruffian versus hoarder. What are you saying?
Like, what the heck? All right, does anybody disagree with ruffian at slightly sad?
I feel like I'm pretty sad about ruffian. I mean, it's not lazy, so there's that. So if lazy is the big sad and then everything else is better, then
it's not gonna force.
I don't think I hate ruffian more than scoundrel.
That's true.
I see ruffian. I don't think I have to reroll, but it's not good.
I am.
Yeah, it's definitely not good.
On the edge of big sad, but I'm at least little sad there.
Yeah, I think hoarder is significantly better than ruffian.
Significantly. Yeah. Like and like I'm happy with hoarder. Like just happy.
Yeah, 2 damage, 6 HP compared to 1 damage, 4 HP.
yeah.
I don't think we have happy. I think we have slightly happy and big happy.
No, we can add tiers as we go.
We're just making it up.
No, I like 5 tiers, I think. Like, whatever, like, happy, big happy, or slightly happy, big happy, like, whatever.
I'd put porter's big happy. 6 life, 2 damage most of the time. Like, I'm very happy with hoarder.
I'm happy with hoarder, yeah.
Big happy.
I feel like I'm always annoyed by the freaking negative keywords that come up on hoarder in some way. Like, I get the heavy, and it's like, no, I need to hit something small, or I get the exert, it's like, I have to freaking not use him next turn.
But he has 5 sides.
Or keep rolling and then he lands on death at the end. Just
yeah. I mean, I feel like you can always at least reroll once, right? And then like maybe if you don't have the death side, you're just like, okay, I accept this now because then I can use, or you see if you can just miss the 2 damage. But most of the time, I feel like if you're doing that and you roll the exert side, you just say, okay, I just roll it, and then next turn I act like it just rolled death every time. Like you just pretend,
Yeah, usually, I mean, there's always 2 that are good, and then there's usually 3 or 4 even, and then like the low roll is there's just no real low roll. It's like exert, like whatever. Still 1 damage.
You could say that about fighter and brigand too, which is kind of like
fighter is
good.
good.
I think fighter is excellent.
Fighter is good.
Yeah. And I think Brigand is also pretty decent as well. Like, if you just think about the 3 damage exert side being 1.5 damage side, like, okay, it's just straight up better than Ruffian.
Great from load.
Well,
no, I love Brigand. I love Fighter too.
Brigand's great.
Well, that's why I'm not big happy about Hoarder, because it's not Fighter or Brigand.
Just happy.
Very
I'm
nice.
big happy for all
I
three.
think they're all big happy. Yeah.
Like it's
Wait, they're
not
all
lazy,
big.
it's not ruffian. I'm happy.
I like Brigand more than Hoarder, definitely.
I agree.
Yeah, I like Brigand probably the most. Probably.
Yeah, Brigand's the top for me as well.
All right.
But it's like Hoarder's
Hoarder's
like on the
unhappy for
edge.
ruffian probably, and slightly happy for hoarder then.
Yeah, or just happy. I don't even know if it's slightly happy. Is happy above slightly happy?
There's no happy.
We
There's
don't
only
have
big
Slightly
and
happy
slightly.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just happy and big happy for Fighter and Brigand, I guess.
Yeah.
Or just happy for I don't know.
I'm pretty happy with
You're the
Fighter.
one typing in the freaking adjectives here. You pick them.
Hey, what are we even doing? We only we have happy, big. Oh my god, there are too many. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Only 90 heroes to go.
Only 90. Yeah,
Yeah.
no big deal.
Are we happy with the happiness here?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Good
No,
enough.
I'd still argue for at least a whatever on Ruffian, but that's okay.
You're 7-1 out of
No. It's 62.
Okay.
I also don't.
I'm
think
compromising
Ruffian
on Hoarder. You can compromise on Ruffian.
At least give him +1 more HP. God, at 4.
Yeah, if he had 5, like it's actually like so much better, right? Or
Well, he'd still be at 2.
vetoing-
He'd still be at 2 HP after dying. So
The
yeah,
only
but
consolation is he's gonna die to a thorns anyways.
you
so
can
might as well
swing
stop.
in the pain side a lot more often because like I don't know, there's a lot of times you can easily block 1, right? But not so easily block 2. And that's assuming you're at full HP. Assuming.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, one
Ruffian
HP,
with
one
the
HP.
healer though is super sick.
Alright, moving on.
yeah.
Grizz.
Then we do Gray, yeah? Tier 1 Gray.
Oh.
Okay, all
I mean,
Alloy F. The
Yeah.
biggest
Oh,
sad,
no.
the worst garbage of all time.
Yeah, the garbage of the garbage. With that out of the way.
yeah, honestly, the other 4 are quite good. I think I
Yeah.
like Squad at least, but
Yeah,
I don't
well,
mind
despite
anything.
wrong.
I would agree.
I don't mind any of them, to be honest.
No, I think they're all pretty excellent. I think Squire just has a lot of less flexibility, right? If you just compare the redirect to, I don't know, something like the buckle 2 damage side or 2 block side, like, it just feels a lot worse sometimes, like, less flexibility, right?
It's just
we
the one
rate
HP,
defenders on
honestly.
top, like big happy.
Yeah, I agree. Defender, I like the
Yeah,
most, I think.
I like Defender the most. 7 HP.
Yeah,
7
HP.
HP.
Yeah.
More than Bard.
Like defender gets targeted and he gets to block someone else because he's not dying.
Yeah.
I
Buckle, solid.
I feel like I like Buckle about as much as Defender, though.
Yeah,
Because like the 4 shield, it can be really clutch sometimes, and also just like reliable 2+ shields seems pretty good too.
Yeah, very
Question from
reliable.
chat, why is Alloy so bad? Well, no side above 1 pip and 4 HP. Like, the
Yeah.
abilities don't matter beyond that. He's not doing much. You get hit and he dies.
I think
He
it's
can't save anyone, and if he gets targeted, he cannot even save itself.
the max HP is such a huge deal. I think people really underestimate that, how important it is just to have big HP. I mean, we'll get to it when we talk about the tier 2s for sure, because that's like a huge reason why some of them are so good.
I mean, your
Absolutely.
+3 HP is literally a tier 4 item.
Yep.
It's just like Bramble attacks Alloy for 5 damage, and it's like, oh no, blue and red heroes, I need you to defensive burst or I die.
Exactly.
And specifically the comment like on the early cleanse, it just usually doesn't matter to have cleanse that early on. So like
For
it's
one.
kinda nice, but it just doesn't make up for their inability to do bigger blocks and only having 4 HP.
Probably their worst side, even.
I'll put
my
chat on the
concern
screen
is
so that
are
the
people
bot
dying
aren't
instead.
confused.
Like imagine you are getting hit by poison, which doesn't even happen early, but you preemptively cleanse, so effectively you're blocking 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's conditional block
blocking
2.
2.
Nice.
Blocking 2, yeah.
Meanwhile, defender just has 3 more HP.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I think the wall-up discussion is kind of interesting, right? Because I feel like I like wall-up more than probably most of you guys like wall-up. But
I like
I
Wallop
think
a
Wallop's
lot.
great. I don't know if he's not as good as defender, but I think he's great. Like slightly happy.
The one problem with Wallop is 4/4. Like turn one.
Yeah.
I mean, he can still hit in, but he cannot really save anyone if you have like low HP heroes. He's really good in the hallways.
Yeah. If the stun doesn't work, then Wallop is like slightly worse. Okay, a lot worse, but still good.
Yeah, but he can still usually do something.
I like Wallop more than Squire, I think.
I agree.
I do think Squire's a little bit better than Wallop. In Squire's defense for the redirect, sometimes if you keep Squire while you're getting 2/2s, you can like sacrifice your Squire to save one of your 2/2s and have him just die instead, which can sometimes save a fight.
Yeah.
Wallop, as you get into the later fights with stuff having more than 5 HP, it's hard to stun them.
There's not much more
Wallop
than 5.
is like hard to defend people.
Unless you're taking curses that give HP, right? But I think even then, you can just sometimes treat it like a block 4 side a lot of times, like if not more. Conditional block 4.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of like taking Wallop into like Bell fight or something. Wallop's like, how do I stun Fnatic? I don't know what to do here.
Simply hit on dying side.
Simple.
Block 8. Block 8.
Block 8. Yeah, I guess it's like one side versus 2.
I mean, you could try, I guess.
Yeah, I would say both is like fine, like little happy or something.
Yeah, I think both are like little happy.
Yeah, little happy.
Sure.
I'm just not really sure. I think I would put
Buckle really little happy. Sorry, slightly big happy.
I think so. The 4 blocks.
I think Buckle's like slightly. I put him inside the same tier as like Wallop and Squire.
Also, the 2 damage side
it's
is
not
very
defendable.
good too, right? Like
he's very consistent. The 2 is usually exactly what you need, and he has 6 HP, and then sometimes you do 4, and then it's like fight is solved right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you roll the 4 block, you basically just roll like 2 turns in one.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
it's true.
I think Buckle's closer in strength to defender than it is to Squire or Wallop.
Yeah, the squirrel.
I won't argue further.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Every grade's like happy or big happy, and there's all interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I care about. It
just dunking on
everyone sees that alloy is so garbage.
I think this is interesting because we value max HP quite a bit. Now we come to the healing heroes here, so this should be interesting. It's sort of like the dabble argument too.
Alright, healing hero, tier 1 reds.
Honestly, these are all fine. I think I like Gardener the least, but everything's fine.
Gardener's
I like healer a lot.
The Gardener's
I like healer much more than the rest.
I like split.
The healer has a 4 heal really strong now. Yeah. Especially if you're taking more max HP.
Yeah.
So
I think healer's big happy. Definitely.
I don't know if I'm big happy just because of the like turn 1, right? That's like pretty much the only thing I'm not so.
Yeah, you don't die turn 1, no. You don't really die turn 1.
You don't die turn 1.
Yeah. You're your turn 1. And then turn 2 you're full HP, you know.
Yeah, so that's Centennial Puzzle versus Vega Prep.
I mean, most of the red heroes here aren't that good on turn 1 anyway.
Except for Splint.
Splint is
the only one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Splint is probably the best.
I like Splint a lot. I also think I like Gardener more than most because like you can pretty much hard roll for mana,
Gardener,
right? And then if you hit the grow side in the hallway, you're still happy. If you hit the grow side in the boss fight, you're like omega happy.
Yeah, we're playing longer fights lately too, and Gardener excels there.
I also think Hemlock is very strong for the boss, right?
Yeah, I honestly like. I mentioned it last time. Like hand is like 80% of what I'm scared of, and other 20% goes to like troll and 4.
And Gardener's just owning those fights.
And Gardener,
Gardener is completely owning. So I'm like, Gardener is like the best or second best for me, which might be a hot.
I don't know. I think Gardener's main problem for me is that if you keep it for too long, is that you don't see a good tier 2 red, and it falls off quite hard. But the other reds can stay fine because they heal a lot.
Yeah.
Except Mystic, I guess, but yeah.
Healer into troll is also quite good. Like, it's not like healer into troll is bad.
Well, where do we rate Mystics then?
You just heal, you can man, you can just chill.
I'm not exactly happy when I hit Mystic. Like, the spell doesn't do as much as some of the other ones. 4 HP, so you're constantly having to mine them.
It's
I'm
whatever.
not
Mystic
sure. I may have never cast Mystic Spell in 500 hours of this game, so.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I
but
think we
then
had like
you realize
Mystic Juggler
don't have
one
much
time
mana
or
at the start.
something.
Yeah.
I think we had that actual combo, but that was about it. I think
I
Mystic is
seem
probably
to
the worst.
recall. I seem
Yeah.
to recall a run. Let me see if I actually did a run with like actually -2 rerolls or not, or if I just am imagining this for some reason.
Yeah, you did. I actually saw it and I was like, what the hell is this guy doing?
But yeah, I think I had Mystic and I cast that spell. Sometimes they can actually get rerolls.
And I remember in the comments it said something like, I need to play with this curse more because I died, but I don't know if it was because of the curse. I was like, it's because of the curse.
Well, I mean, if
I mean,
I don't
the
know.
course is
If
free,
heavy
you know?
dice,
Fed
if
by
heavy
the
dice 1 is
developer.
fine, then maybe -2 rerolls is fine. It wasn't very good. Anyways, but the point is, if you have like restricted rerolls for some point, then I guess you can cast Mystic Spells. But other than that, it's pretty useless.
Yeah.
Xecnar,
Yeah, I want to
say?
list. I want to list Mystic as big unhappy in comparison to the other heroes that you could roll.
I'm thinking
Honestly,
more
I'm like
on
whatever.
par with
At
with
worst, whatever.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, the worst red heroes here are still just whatever. I'm not really sad with any of these.
Yeah, I see Mistake. I do not think, okay, I need to reroll. But I see Alloy, okay, I'm rerolling it because it's stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think Mystic is probably the worst of them. I would put Gardener in maybe 2 for me.
At least Gardner's spell is good though and has 5 HP.
Sorry,
I'm
no,
happier- I'm
like
a
top
little
2.
bit
Gardener
happier.
like top 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Splint and Gardner just have like the best spells.
Yeah.
Like,
The other spells are. I mean, the healer spell. I don't know. I don't really get that much value because the healer also heals already.
I mean,
so
Splint Spell is super good, but of
Splint
course,
spell is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. But Splint in general
it's
is
just
just
like
very strong.
it's just overpowered in short fights.
I would say I'm slightly happy healer, slightly happy acolyte, and then like big happy with Gardener and Splint.
I probably put all 3 in slightly happy.
Yeah, I agree with Peter.
I'm going to bat for Gardener, guys. I really am.
No, Gardner makes sense.
Good.
Yeah. That seems good.
Not much HP difference either, so it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all 5 HP.
That's probably why we're just like, oh, they're like kind of all the same. Like,
Yeah,
there's not like a
neither
4
one.
versus 7 kind
They
of.
can heal and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Nobody with 3.
some mana.
They all have like decent output. Like, even if you're just rolling 1 mana turn 1, like that's fine. Like, I'm happy with that.
Blues.
This is the
Sharon
moment we've been
Blues.
waiting for. The
Oh,
blues.
boy.
Tier 1 blues.
Meddler. Meddler.
I think Prodigy is the worst still, but Metal is probably
agree with that.
second
Yes.
worst.
I-
Maybe in
Nah,
this
nah,
game.
nah, nah. 6 HP, guys. 6 HP, come on.
I'm gonna say slightly happy with Meddler.
No,
Oh,
Venom
so
I would-
because it takes damage from the bones that is getting spawned.
No, nowadays I wouldn't say slightly happy, but it's mainly because of the curses. When I was playing without myriad, this Meddler is just going completely ham. With the thing, if you're just picking
Meddler is always
the
going
same
ham,
curses,
yeah.
then
One way or
I'm
the
not sad
other.
that like 6 HP. You don't need to
No, I'm
babysit.
not. I'm not upset. Like, it's not very. I just think, you know, you roll. So what are the chances that it's going to be worse than let's say a 4 HP mage? No, not mage, but other blues. Because you see, you are rolling the bones, but then the others have like 2 blanks or more, so effectively are rolling blanks. And then you have like 2 more HP. Your spell is actually quite good with some curses. Of course, bones would be worse with the curses, but then your spell makes up for it.
Well,
And then
think we
the average guys is very strong.
You don't
I think
pick
we have to
bad
add the
curses with
context that
Metal
we
or with
generally
Bones.
don't take too many pips on monsters that often.
Yeah, no, but you take
So, it's
HP
good.
on the monsters. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's my issue with meddlers. It's hard to justify taking like monster HP 2 when you have a meddler on the team.
Or
'cause then
monster
if you
HP
just, like-
1.
Yeah, it's pretty unpickable.
Or even,
That.
or
yeah,
even
but you get
just
to test
like,
both at the same time. If you see Meddler, you don't take that stuff, or if you see that stuff, then you get to
Yeah,
reroll.
but
It's
if-
not like you choose one and then are forced to choose the other afterwards.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
can
if
still
Meddler
take
is-
it.
That's sad.
If the curses are so free, you can just take it anyway.
Yeah, but if
you low roll, you
Meddler
don't
is
really die,
preventing you from taking those curses, doesn't that make you slightly sad just by default?
Like, why? I just take it anyway, no? Because the curses are just broken.
Yeah, I think it's curse
No,
contextual.
the +2.
I would be afraid
Oh,
of
no, plus two,
losing
plus two I wouldn't
with
take.
plus
Yeah,
two
plus
HP.
two with Meddler I wouldn't take. So
We
that
have
would be
hit
a
one in
case where I would
81
be
several
unhappy.
times.
Yeah, I mean, we've taken it with like some ghost monster or whatever, and it's still fine. Where you get like a little bit less value, or like something that like everything becomes immune after you kill something. Like we've still taken it with that. It's still fine.
Tough HP synergy? Anyone? That's like
But
actually
honestly, the main
huge.
thing, the main thing about Meddler that I like is that the other blues kind of suck.
Like all the other sets are like
Cultist
2,
is
3
great.
mana.
Cultist
Like, the
Mage
cantrip says 2 mana,
Way
right?
better, I think.
Mage is good. Mage I like the most. But
I like
All the
Mage. I like
Sudden is
Initiate
okay, but it's the thing.
Cultist
Sudden is not that bad.
it's okay because there's a lot of good rats that heal.
It makes your red play turn 1. I think that's the thing, right? Like you can just
It's
do
also
it. And it's
just
often
good
free
damage
just to do it.
output.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
very
best
good.
spell.
Yeah, no, but I'm just thinking like maybe you cannot take monster HP +2 as much because it's sort of like output for HP, but because your red can heal quite a bit, I don't even think that's that much of a problem.
But if you have something like Ghostly or Tough HP, which we take a lot, then Slay is a really good spell too. On the other hand,
You need to low roll
very curse contextual.
one out of 200, and even then the targeting needs to be bad, yeah. Because if the bone hits the Meddler, then it's not even that much difference. You have like plus 2 HP compared to Mage Initiate, Prodigy, and you're still getting 1 mana.
Well, if you don't roll the pain side or.
Yeah, but if you roll the pain side, then 2
It's
mana
bad.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
the actual low roll chance is like what 1 out of 200 plus, more than 200.
I mean, the 181 can be awkward, but it's also because the rest of your team sucks. But it's like if your team is great, Meddler is great, but that's not that useful. And then if your team sucks, then Meddler also sucks. It's kind of how I feel.
Well, so nobody can compensate and make up for like a lazy clumsy combination. No blue will help you there.
Initiate. Initiate combo.
Holy Initiate.
Yeah.
Oh, but I mean, Cultist Mage, you just roll the 2+ mana pretty consistent, and you just have output without having any chance of low roll. Like your low roll will be in 0 output, but not like spawn 4 bone.
So we're saying
This is
Cultist
also
Mage.
not good with
Big happy?
curses and make Meddler bad though. Is the thing.
Yeah, that's what I
Because
just.
Meddler is Meddler is like just scare of the curses and make enemies way harder to kill, like especially bones. So Cultist also doesn't like that.
Yeah, but I said it's like not as bad as you think because you have a lot of good rats that heal a lot.
So we put Mage
I
at
was-
the top then, or Cultist at the top?
Honestly, for me, it's just about like, Initiate and Prodigy bottom 2, curse dependent. The others I don't mind too much.
I actually like Initiate a lot. The spell makes like Bramble much less scary and allows you to like take much more
Holy
added
Bramble.
monsters.
Is anyone
The
actually scared of Bramble now?
Bramble.
I think that's the other thing. I don't think anyone's scared of Bramble
I'm never
anymore.
scared of Bramble. I'm always scared of Troll.
Really?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm a little scared of it just because like if you take a really tanky added monster, sometimes that's a problem against Bramble. Like you
Oh, we never do that.
use up everything to deal with
Yeah.
the Bramble, and then you don't have enough.
I
to
don't
deal
think we
with the
take ads like
added
at all.
monster
Is the
afterward.
thing. We really don't like ads. At least.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we are scared of Bramble because we never take ads, but that's why we're never scared of Bramble.
Well, that's what I'm
I take
saying,
some
like,
ads.
Well,
Initiate allows you to take those ads and not lose the Bramble.
I think part of
Yeah,
it is
pretty
also
good.
that I think if you get over the early game, the only thing you're scared of is floor 20, and so like why add that much variance? I think there was like one run we took Shade, and it was like one of the scariest runs of the entire
Shit also
Yeah.
has 4
Three.
lives, so you have to babysit them, right?
Wait, as Shade and Meddler is free. I'm just saying.
Add Shade is
Add
really
Shade
easy.
Meddler is free, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what we picked it with, but
We have a
yeah,
lot
just
of,
any
like,
ads get very
like,
scary
Lost
very
and
fast.
A lot
Like,
of low HP. Yeah.
Fanatic's also a pretty easy ad most of the time, I think.
I think we take
I almost
like
wanna
B
call them
and
that says-
Shade maybe, and then like everything else
We
is
took a
kind
snake
of
because we had like a
Yeah.
very bad
yeah. I remember that.
curse set.
But those are the runs that are the scariest, right? Because then like first like 6 floors are kind of terrifying oftentimes, and then it's fine. But
Yeah, I really don't want that.
I just don't want to have low roll chances in early game, and that's part of why I don't like Meddler as much, because we have rolled 1 in 81 a couple of times and like almost lost because of it, but we didn't.
Yeah, we were definitely
still
like,
hasn't
won,
lost,
right?
man.
We didn't
won.
lose.
1 of 81 and didn't lose.
yeah, it was definitely like one away from losing.
Yeah, which is what I'm saying. Like probably 1 of like 200 plus.
So in that fight, Xecnar, we actually had to use the cantrip side for additional mana and summon yet another bonus too. As bad as that sounds.
Oh yeah. It's like flexible.
Flexible.
Yeah.
Deal with the devil.
Oh my
I think I
God.
might have had the worst situation with the added monster plus meddler recently. It was I thought I was so clever. I took like add ogre plus like rightmost blank when I had a meddler. I was like, I'm getting rid of one of meddler's bone side, and then the very first turn, meddler proceeds to roll bones x bones, and
my
it
God.
led to like the worst like death spiral I've ever seen that I've ever like gotten out of. Like I think like the first 4 fights I had like 3 or 4 characters dead on each fight. Some of them I like only won because I had my herbalist regen themselves to be able to beat the ogre. Like
It's
just
okay,
enough
ogre.
regen on the herbalist that like the ogre literally couldn't kill her. Yeah. It sucked. But I made it. I'm just lucky.
And then the bone shards make the ogre more angry. Yeah.
You can't
Be
escape.
as non-contentious as possible and write whatever for Meddler. Just keep him in the middle.
Yeah, that's probably
I'm
what I would
slightly
do.
sad.
There is big synergy though. I see Meddler right blank or right 2 blank, and I'm like, holy, it's so free. Like, that is just
I'm-
amazing.
Oh, I almost want a
It-
column
it-
that says curse and item sensitivity, right? That you can write in a note for when we disagree.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
128 heroes is my counterpoint to that.
Oh my God. Well, I can add a note column. I
yeah,
might
let's
not
add a
write it.
note.
People can write their own notes.
Yeah. It's not overcomplicated.
Yeah, but
Oh, wait, okay, so who? Can we decide on the best blue?
Mage, you know?
Cultist.
I like mage.
I
I'm between
think
three.
mage is probably slightly better than cultist. But
Are they both
slightly.
big happies? Because if so, then we don't need to.
I think they're both big happy, yeah.
I think they're
Yeah, I
both
think
Yeah,
so.
that sounds good.
Yeah. A tie. Wow.
I'm not that happy with Cultist because it again falls off pretty hard. So you're a bit pressure to replace your blue. And I don't want to replace my blue that quickly.
I can see that.
Yeah, mage is less dependent on anything.
Student better
And
than
then-
Then we
initiate.
have
probably.
a student initiate.
I don't know if I'm happy. I'm just whatever. On
Yeah,
student.
Whatever.
I'm slightly sad with students, usually.
I think I'm slightly sad more with initiate, unless I have some like gather
Mm.
synergy.
It hurts my heart a little bit to consider initiate below student ever.
I like student
I-
less than initiate.
It's just
usually.
that-
I'm like, I must be initiate's biggest fan. I don't know.
Bramble's just such a non-issue, right? That was like students' biggest problem before.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
initiate's pretty solid even without Bramble. I mean, if you have an initiate, it also makes like lazy and such so much less bad too.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
No, I
instead
agree
of
with
blank, you
that.
know, draw 1 mana.
1 mana side.
it's pretty good.
And your blue
Playing
is
one
only 1
mana
mana,
and-
that's the thing.
You've only got 4 HP too, so sometimes you get initiate. You know, you
But
roll
why are
one
you
mana
rolling
and you're
one
like,
mana?
I can't do
just
anything
rolling
with it.
cantrip Into growth, into...
And my blue's dying because they only have 4 HP.
Well, I mean, Mage is 4 HP and he's at the
mage
top.
is for
so...
HP. You know.
Yeah, but mage can roll 2 of these and like burst himself or something.
The cantrip mana side is also 2 mana, and
Yeah.
initiate has 1 less blank.
I mean,
Yeah.
for turn 1, and then maybe we talk. But
Oh, as the
I'm like-
fight goes, I
like-
just gather, they're chilling.
I don't know. I do think initiate sides are slightly worse than mages, but I like his spell way more. So I don't.
Yeah.
I feel if it were me, I'd put initiate like at least slightly happy, whatever.
I would
pretty
put it
close.
above student, I guess. Like I'm fine with that. I don't know if I would say slightly happy.
I think it's team dependent in this year.
Yeah.
Sometimes
get, like,
it's
gig
very
example.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Student's
give
biggest
the
problem is you can't have
side
initiate
flank
alongside.
for
Okay,
you.
we can just put it in the
Student
notes.
can student can stay for long too. Like the sides are actually very solid even for mid game.
Yeah, it's like Glacier, Shield, Mana, Reuse. It's good.
And then Meddler is just curse synergy. Can be amazing. Can be like SSS tier.
Yeah.
Like if you have right to
And
blank,
also
this
the,
thing is just like the best thing of all time. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Curse dependent. Just yeah.
I just curse dependent.
All right.
Okay.
Glad we can come
Okay.
to
Wow.
a tentative agreement.
How about tier 1 greens?
We won, guys. I'm celebrating.
We got the
Tier 1
greens,
greens,
guys.
tier 1 greens.
Yeah, I didn't even do. I just scrolled up already, so let's just.
Tier 1
I
greens,
think
tier
this
1
is
greens.
just Rush and VM here debating.
I
Oh,
mean,
Oh, I can't wait to piss off
I mean,
Reddit
if
with
you-
this.
I mean, you play with greens and you don't need to tier this.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Okay. Fine. Tier 2 orange.
This is where it gets very contentious for Reddit, I think. Reddit has some very high opinions of certain heroes here. I also think that we actually might have some disagreements among people.
Can we agree
for
on
sure.
Gambler being the worst?
Yes.
Wait, is Gambler worse than Rogue actually?
Yes, probably.
Rogue is not
Yeah,
bad.
probably.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
bad,
like
but it's
Rogue,
not
but
that
Gambler's
bad.
worse.
Like, let's
Rogue
be
is
serious.
fine.
I do
Gambler
think
worst.
Gambler's the worst. I would still even hesitate to say Gambler's big sad though. Like with items to replace the top and bottom sides, like Gambler's like actually pretty good.
You
So,
get those
there's
generators.
enough
Time.
situations
I
where I
don't
think
really get
Gambler is the correct pick that I probably say it's slightly sad. I don't know. Maybe you could put a note next to it saying like much better with side replacers.
I mean, yeah, but let's just think for a second, right? You have like Spellblade, right? And you have the same side replacers. Like, don't you
well,
just want
Spellblade doesn't
instead?
do 5 damage.
Yeah, but like Copycat, and like I don't know. Then you you still have a blank. Like, and then Imbue is very strong. Like Imbue is insanely strong with Copycat too.
True.
Like
Well,
and 2
Imbue
poison.
depends on what you can use it on.
Even on yourself though, it's insanely good, right? Like
Yeah,
I just find there's so many good uses of imbue. You're just like, hey, I can imbue here, and it saves you a
Don't even
rounding
need to
problem.
I can
Amazing,
imbue
yeah.
mana
Put it
gain, and
on
then I
yourself.
have like ridiculous
Poison.
side.
I
like...
imbue and kill the quartz. I imbue and I kill the zombie.
I
think the
do feel like
problem with Gambler
no-
is. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like there's just a lot of whatever oranges that if I'm like running out of time to pick an orange and like I have twin daggers or something, I'm not gonna pass up Gambler just because I might find Spellblade later. Like
I mean, if you have twin
If you
daggers, that's
have
like
twin
the
daggers.
yeah, exactly. If you have twin daggers, I'm definitely
those.
think Gambler's the worst because you need an item like twin daggers for Gambler to
Yeah.
even be pickable. But
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
big
like
set
the
without
point-
items, right?
Yeah, like the point of Gambler is that you see Gambler and you're just like, rerolling.
yeah.
You don't have the item.
Yeah.
Because like you'd rather have Ranger too, right? Like you can just say the engage.
No,
side
Ranger's
is-
good. Ranger's actually
Yeah,
good.
that's what I'm saying. Is like
Ranger's good.
Ranger's good, but like compare Gambler to Ranger. Even if you ignore like, okay, I have the side replacers for top bot. Like, don't you rather just have Ranger instead?
We're talking about
By
item dependency. I mean, how many kick-ass items have we found that sort of put Spellblade up into like tier 3 category too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, if you talk about item dependency, Spellblade loves
Well,
items too.
you don't need
What?
items, but I'm just saying like Gambler in a vacuum, even with the items, like you just put the item on any other orange here, and then you're like way happier. Like
Back to this skill.
it makes
five
it
damage is a
playable,
lot.
but
I
I mean,
don't know,
look at
maybe
Juggler,
Gambler's
right?
just been treating me right recently.
Like I look
don't
at
know.
I look
I
at
don't know
Juggler,
about,
and then it's like the same. I have 4 damage on that, and it's flexible, and like I can reroll it.
I don't know about Ninja though.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ninja's
like,
Ninja's pretty terrible, but
That
The
is
best thing
like
I can say
similar to
about-
Gambler.
Best thing I can say about Gambler is that I don't dislike them as much as Artificer anymore. That's
What's
all I
funny
can
is we
say.
just talked big about Copycat on Spellblade, and we've all seen uses on it, and then we're like, Ninja,
Yeah, it's nice to
Yeah.
have one.
and
when-
Imbue makes
when
it
it's
so
good.
much better. Imbue on one Copycat is
Imbue,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
stronger. I think
I think the
Ninja's
difference is
worse.
like Ninja is like all copycat. You really need something good to go with the copycat, or it's just
Yeah, it's very
there.
hard. to make it work. It's like, oh yeah, my copycat works. I have mana gain. Oh wait, Spellblade.
And by good copycats, I'm thinking like Fae for like even more weaken, or Scrapper, or what's another one? Knight with the steel. Like, those are pretty good.
Knight is the
ninja
main
builds.
one. Yeah.
Without any of those heroes, it's hard to justify taking ninja.
And
Knights.
Night with Ninja is a bit worse now though, because you just want to parry.
True.
Yeah.
You can still hit with ninja and then parry with the other two if you get the gambler like side.
Yeah, but then you can't parry to add block to the steel side, so it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, it's very sad, right? Like, it's like, okay, I do 4 damage. Yeah.
Also, Knight just accept the 3 damage side now, because you just parry.
Basically take it down.
If you roll knight, you're happy regardless of your orange too.
And
bro,
Scrapper
so-
also, the steel on the steel is not exactly a combo, but only the bloodlust is. And then you just have like a worse Trapper, kind of.
Do we put
Oh,
Trapper
you can have
above
some
Ninja
thief
or
shield
below?
like on Guardian, you block orange and yellow, you go steel. So that can happen.
Yeah.
I think Trapper goes above Ninja. I think there's.
I think Ninja is
for
like
sure.
second worst.
I see 8
Thanks.
HP, and that's probably its saving grace, right?
I think ninja and rogue
sure.
I'm slightly sad over.
I like Rogue a
No,
lot.
I think
more
I'm
Ninja's
than
not
big
happy
Ninja.
with either. Of
I
them.
like Rogue a lot more than Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja's definitely big stat for me. See,
I like
this thing I
Ninja
want to reroll.
slightly
Yeah,
more
big
than
fan.
Rogue.
Really?
It is the only 6 HP tier 2. In orange too.
I just don't like poison very much, and if I don't like poison very much, Rogue's just not doing any damage.
Maybe you dagger a bit and then you end on the poison. That's already 2 damage
Yeah.
plus poison.
You can
Or
hard
you
roll
dagger
Rogue.
into left side, or just in general having left side. Like it does more than poison. You roll the poison, and then if you land on the poison, sure you have poison. That's like the
Yeah,
worst.
that's sort of Rogue's redeeming qualities. You can just re-roll Rogue a lot to try and get
Yeah.
the left side, because you can't brick unless like nothing's attacking Rogue and the dodge does nothing. That's
Yeah, it's like
you have to
gambler.
be a little
but
bit
you
careful
just
there, but
keep rolling.
Rogue above
Yeah.
Trapper then? I think it's definitely Ninja then
Yeah,
Trapper
that's what
for
I would
me,
do.
And then,
And Ninja
Yeah.
second worst for me.
yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
yeah, I agree with Ninja's second worst. And like, then my
Cruise.
opinion, Trapper than Rogue.
Reddit
talk
really
about
loves
Trapper
Trapper.
more if you want to.
Yeah, we should
I-
probably talk about it.
I
'cause-
don't know why.
We
Like,
don't have to talk
Pepper's
about
left
that at
side is
all.
very fun.
It is fun, but it's also just not that good. And
With Sparky in the team, that was really
yeah,
funny.
the slice by comments or whatever, that I was just like, please pick the warden, please pick the second best gray or whatever, and like everyone's like, no, we have to pick Trapper because there's a slate on the screen.
I just feel they go to higher variants or harder curses, and then they're like, oh, I've got to high roll these good sides like Trapper.
my feeling about Trapper is for a hero that only has 1 X, it feels like she has 3 X's.
You're just never rolling anything you
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
Yo.
Even the Vuln sometimes, like, I mean, obviously there's like Trapper Herbalist, right? But like, how often are we even picking Herbalist before we see Trapper now? Because I'm not blind picking the Trapper without Herbalist, unless it's just up against garbage. But
Yeah, I don't even pick
or
it
random
that
into
long.
it.
Yeah, hopefully it's not even strong.
Yeah. So the main combo is like not even good, and then you don't have that just rolling around, so you can't just pick Trapper afterwards. So it's just kind of meh. I mean, I look at the top 3, and I'm like, wow, these are good
Top 4,
heroes,
I
right?
I
Top
think you should
4
raise
even.
Dabbler.
4, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with any of the top 4, but I think you should raise Dabbler.
Oh,
above Trapper for sure.
Dabbler may be number 1 for me.
Yep,
I
Dabbler
love
number 1 for me
Dabbler.
too.
Like a 3
Yeah.
pip side, 9
I
HP.
mean,
Okay.
9 HP.
9 HP,
HP.
every side is
9
like
HP.
crazy output.
Wait,
like-
guys. What if we just order on HP? Solved.
Will be 90% burn.
Wait, but like all
Oh,
these are
except
7
Meddler.
HP. All these are 7. Like, what's going
Yeah.
on? What do we do?
Do I like
I guess
Juggler
that
more than
raises
Ranger?
Trapper up.
I think I do, but I just like
Yeah.
Juggler.
Ranger versus Spellblade is just curse dependent.
Yo,
I
I
usually
think
like,
Jogger
Yeah,
is,
when
like,
Ranger is very
super
good.
strong.
I think Spellblade is second strongest. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, on average, I think I like Spellblade more.
Yeah, Spellblade, Juggler, Ranger. I like this order.
I like Ranger more than
Yeah,
Juggler though.
makes sense.
I'm pretty happy with Juggler, to be honest. I think I'm slightly happy with Ranger, but
Ranger lasts for a while. Like you see Ranger and the Sniper start coming out, and you're still happy, even though it's not tier 3.
Juggler is just a ton of output.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Juggler is way too much output. Like you're doing, I don't know, potentially like 6 a turn. Like, I don't know what the average is, right? But it's
My -3 per turn.
It's just a meddler.
This guy likes meddler, but doesn't like.
Exactly. What's up with that?
I mean, the only change I'd make here is like swap Rogue and Trapper, but if you don't want to, that's fine.
I mean, they're both slightly sad.
Yeah.
I think I hate Trapper slightly more, but
I can go with that. Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah. Rogue is really good at cutting sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Wait, sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus add blessing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
It is kind of insane how often the sarcophagus spawns in after you kill like the slimelet though. Like if you don't have the slimelet and then you pick the sarcophagus,
so
like
that was hilarious.
it's actually insane how often it just shows up. Like the Wendigo fight, right? Like if you kill the slimelet, it shows up. And kill the thorn, it shows up. Like you kill anything.
Been a problem.
It's crazy.
That fight was a problem otherwise.
Alright, are we good?
I'm pretty happy with that.
I think we're good with that.
Yeah.
Alright, tier 2 yellows. Tier 2 yellows.
Oh god. Scrapper
we
the
send World to the bottom?
Who's the worst?
Yeah,
Whirl, please.
Collector. I think Collector afterwards.
Yeah.
Then you near the bottom too.
And the rest is already whatever. I think Shinju's already whatever.
Yeah.
I think Shinju's already whatever. Shinju has the micro synergy.
And Scrapper's just.
So like.
We'll talk about that when we get the Myco.
Collector's pretty similar to Soldier.
No.
Soldier's amazing. Yeah, Soldier's amazing.
I mean, 3 is more than 2.
And then the block is also useful.
Yeah, it's more flexible too.
Yeah.
50% more.
I will say in Collector's defense, like if you get like some sort of buff for Collector, like the right sides can become a little bit better. Like the focus can do 4 damage if you can buff it.
The imbue and such.
That's a bit.
Well, if you buff
like a certain way to
Soldier
do
by
that.
1, you can also just do 4 damage.
I can also just buff my Spellblade instead and do 4 damage. Like I buff my mana gain side and now boom 4 damage. Like I don't know.
It does give you more options. I'm not saying it's that good, but still
gives you more bad options.
Yeah, 1 boost means Collector does a 6 damage.
So still better than Whirl though.
I don't like Collector, to be clear. I just think Soldier's only 1 tier above Collector.
I think Soldier's excellent.
I just think Soldier's super fine, like good actually.
Yeah.
I need someone like Soldier. You've got some like heavy dice and so on. You're really happy to see a Soldier that you just keep. You get to reroll the rest.
Also, Eye of Horus for like simplicity or something. Like it's so good.
Whetstone and such.
Yeah, it's very good for that kind of thing. Lots of items.
Slightly happy when I see Soldier.
Yeah,
usually.
Damn, slightly.
Honestly, the top 5 for me are all close. It just depends on the class.
Yep.
Sometimes Berserker is super good, sometimes Berserker is unpickable.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like Berserker and Scrapper, easy top 2 for me, and like big gap from there.
I think normally Scrapper is the highest for me, but it's it's very
I think Scrapper is highest too.
Scrapper's highest.
I think they're all close. I want to put Brute below Gladiator and Soldier just because you get like that heavy side and you're just sad.
Yeah, I will
sometimes like you just don't get to target who you want.
Stun
I know the stun is super good.
Yeah, and there's like items that interact really well with this. Like it can play,
it's very
but
tanky.
It's still whatever.
Yeah, Brute is very tanky.
Yeah, Gladiator too.
The earlier you pick Brute, the better.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Brute probably drops
heavy
off
is like so freaking sad if you know.
I definitely dislike Berserker a lot more in this patch, like a lot more.
Yeah, I think Scrapper is the standout.
Enemy is tankier, and then if you die the round before, it's a little bit harder to stabilize before the boss.
I found in 2.0
strong
that 4-pip side from Berserker, like there was a threshold. You hit 4 pips, and all of a sudden a lot of stuff was open, and that's a bit less true in 3.0, right? Like I care a lot more in 3.0 that I took 4 damage than I did in 2.0.
Yeah. Still happy.
Probably. Big
Yeah, I mean,
happy? I
Berserker
hate
can
to say
still
big
do.
happy in Berserker.
Sometimes he just hit freaking 6 damage. With
Yeah, I
Berserker
would
too,
put it
it's
slightly
great.
happy for me.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I
mean,
don't
it
think
deals 4
Berserker is
damage still.
above
It's like
the other three.
Yeah, I agree. Like Berserker, Gladiator, Soldier, I rate them all.
I wonder if I put Soldier above Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at the sides and I'm just like, I like the Soldier more. But
I don't know.
no, Gladiator is more tanky.
Yeah, this 2 shield plays a lot, and then
Gladiator can
Gladiator
sometimes
plays
just
on,
one-shot zombie or one-shot. It's that tier 4 threshold again.
Yeah, I guess
Gladiator
also
plays
depends
better
on-
with items too,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
if you have buffs, like
Imbue,
Imbue,
yeah.
for example,
Yeah.
much stronger than
That's
Gladiator.
true. That's true. Okay.
So any Berserker slightly happy? I think everyone except Twinge, or
I'm slightly happy
No,
on
I think
it. I'm,
slightly
I'm not
happy.
like hugely excited. I feel like Scrapper is like the hit, and then everything else I'm like, okay, cool, it's solid. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd put
Yeah.
slightly happy rather than big happy for Berserker.
What's the split?
Mhm.
I'm big happy on Berserker. I think Berserker is super sick.
I'm slightly happy.
so it's
Slightly.
like 4 or
Like-
5 slightlys and 2 like very happy.
Unlucky.
Democracy or with 7.
Democracy
You, just,
won.
you,
Molecular-
you need to have a
Just
good way to
external
keep
without
Berserker
time.
alive, or he sort of runs out of steam in longer fights if you can't keep him heal-botted.
Kuro's also slightly, so.
What are these longer fights you speak of? I'm unfamiliar.
We nailed down your playstyle.
You should tune in the stream sometimes. We actually play this game sometimes.
Well, are we gonna keep playing it? I don't know.
No, we need to get 52.
Okay, we have to get 52, but what about after that?
We will see. We'll see.
Moving on.
Maybe
moving
I
on.
can start streaming again after it's over. You know. I just only take green.
Oh, I think these ones are maybe.
hey,
right.
These are the
There's
nuts.
some order on this already.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty much
Gordon on
already
top.
there on the 2.
I don't know.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim much higher, Bard to the
Much higher, but
bottom, please. Bard goes
Last
first.
bottom, nice the top.
Okay,
Oh my god, there's so many good
this
heroes
is probably
here.
the biggest sad of all, right? Bard, like even more
Oh, yeah.
than Alloy.
No. Alloy is even. I
Is
don't know.
this where Reddit's going to take out its pitchforks and torches on us, by the way?
But you
Some
can block one if you're
Bard.
role playing.
No, you don't need to go to Reddit because Twinge loves Bard.
I don't love
I
Bard.
can think of one bigger.
Well,
I do agree Bard is pretty bad. I can think of at least one bigger sad than Bard that we'll come across later.
I remember I really offended Peter when I called Bard Mini, the earlier poet.
Mini poet.
Mini poet. He's like, no, it's
Mini
not.
poet.
Shut your dirty mouth.
Yeah, you have Bard Scrapper. Wow,
Oh,
what a
no.
combo.
I like Bard more than Coffin and Artificer.
Well, Coffin
No,
at
but
least is not on my screen ever.
In your
so-
tier list, you had it C or
Nice.
B or something. Yeah.
I had
I
it
also like that we
C,
can
and
just
then you
change
brought
Valkyrie
it
to-
up, and I'm like, yep, that's wrong, so I fixed it.
Yeah.
We can put Valkyrie on tier 2, and Valkyrie's immediately placed correctly, too.
Yeah.
Wait, Coffin is good with
Mm.
Bard because you got another hero, just freaking else. Because the tier 0 always roll blank anyways.
It's rad.
Yeah. Armor. I mean, at least slightly sad, I would say.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's-
I'm a big
Is-
sad about
I-
armor
I-
actually.
Yeah,
I'm a
think
big
I like
sad about
armor.
armor.
Yeah, I'm fine with big sad.
Like,
I mean, I meant.
Whoa! Big
I
sad
meant,
armor?
I meant slightly sad as in at most. Minimum as in it could go worse.
Yeah.
At the lowest, I feel like I'd really go on armor is whatever. Honestly, like if you have something, it's like you have imbue on a stick. Like it's kind of good sometimes, and then
Oh,
No,
then
you
you
must
don't have
block,
to
must
grade.
block. Must block,
Ah,
must block.
I need
You
to
block
block.
like one. Just
armor's like a
one, and then,
defend. Armor's like a defenseman in soccer that decides to all of a sudden attack.
I mean,
What are you
armor is
doing?
just the
Well,
same as
sometimes
Bard, it's
that's
just
what
the
you
same as
want.
Alloy.
I would say though, if you have like big shield and armor is suddenly quite good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
If we replace armorer's sides, then armor is good.
If I have Buckler, yeah.
No, armor is like flexible. You can actually block. It's just that you cannot block, so it's now suddenly you're not so flexible.
I also like the
Unlucky.
the item synergy on armor. Like sometimes you can like buff up the right sides and get like really powerful combos.
Infinite heal armor, super sick.
Yeah, I've definitely
Yeah.
kept armor in my final team.
Yeah.
I never did it because I never
So-
take it. Oh wait, I actually got armor once, and I lost my 38 streak.
Nice.
Gonna take it by it apparently.
Well, there's definitely a time and a place to pick armor. Like, if you really need like reliable defenses, then yes, armor is not great. But
Isn't that like
every
every
sometimes
run,
the item
though?
synergies.
That's every game.
Yeah.
I mean,
The thing is
if you
that
generate a lot of mana, sometimes you can like use defensive versus to try and.
Oh, that sounds like
do that
a
instead
great
of-
trade-off.
Well,
Or can
sometimes
I-
I'm saying I don't know. I
But
don't
the thing
think
is
armor
that if you
like
do you first pick armor though? Because here's the thing, yeah. You if you pick armor late, then it shows up with other grays, and then if you're playing slow, then you just pick the good grays, like the knight, the pilgrim. Otherwise, the only way that armor ends up in your party is that you see it maybe as first or second pick, and then you just take it.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
not
or
that
just
it's not that hard to think about. It's like the Bard blocks for one, the ally blocks for one, armor blocks for one, and that's very, very annoying to
Yeah.
play around.
Pretty sad.
And the other thing is that frequently Pilgrim, Warden, Guardian, Knight, like these things are insanely busted.
Reddit hates Warden though.
I think it's
apparently.
sad to see armor because I didn't get Knight or Warden.
Yeah, but then you randomly
I
have to
do
get
agree
stuff.
that most of these are better than armor. The one contention for me is like monk versus armor, because I think monk it might be slightly worse than
I
armor.
like monk a lot more than armor.
I like monk though. I like
A
monk.
lot more.
I like
Armor.
I just as an
I think monk has one problem only, that is it doesn't go with
Heal.
scrapper, but
Yep,
beyond
that
that,
is-
like,
yeah.
well the I've said so many times where I just try to redirect with monks. It's like, oh, monk's dying now instead. That helped.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, Monk is awkward for sure. A
I
little
like
bit.
armor more than monk as well.
I think Monk is way better than
Yeah,
armor.
I think monk is a lot
Yeah.
better.
for me, bottom four, not bottom four, bottom three is like bad armor, cleric,
Yep.
and then monk is
Mhm.
right in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like 4 great ones. Then
Well,
Monk is kind of
think we should-
whatever. And
We
then
should put Cleric
Cleric
down
also.
by one then, because we've got some people waving the flag for armor at least. Nobody's waving the flag for the poor
I
cleric.
hate cleric. I think this thing sucks.
Oh,
I see Cleric, I
Yeah,
want to
always
reroll.
super sick.
Yeah, the spell is good, but it's just like I have two sides in long fights. Like I'm just bricking on brick.
Yeah,
on brick.
the sides are terrible. I agree.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it's curse dependent. If you have item poison, suddenly cleric can be pretty good. Just cleanse the item poison off your guys.
Pretty good
Also,
with
if you have
the
like a basilisk
rail.
scale for some reason, then cleric would
Yeah.
be good too.
Yep.
So
Oh,
I think like
basilisk
there's.
scale pole arm. Anyone?
I also have
God, I remember that.
right
So
line.
I think like cleric does have more redeeming qualities than armor and monk.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't agree on the
And
monk.
monk.
I think bard. Definitely the bard, but monk, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It does the thing.
The only time
It
I'm really
doesn't,
sad to
though.
see Monk is
He
when I've
does
got
the thing,
Scrapper.
then dies.
At least you have like your red to heal him though. Like that's the thing, right? You can like redirect
That's
turn
if he
one.
survives the turn. Sometimes he doesn't.
I feel like if you're not
Hey, it's 12,
surviving at that
it's
point,
12. How do you die
right?
though?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to
Like,
play
my
around
SP
it
plus
real
3
quick.
block.
Like something is going really wrong if you're dying on turn one with monk. Like after a
Well,
redirect.
isn't that the point of Grays, to try and prevent things from going really wrong? And monk, like replacing the really wrong. Oh, my other hero is dying with. Oh, something's still going really wrong. My monk is dying.
But you can like redirect and then focus block on one target instead of having to like split it off, and then you can heal.
No,
one
but the
target
thing,
too.
like here's the problem, yeah. If you are facing at 12 damage and coming, and then your monk is dying after redirect, then how does armor help them?
Well, the point is,
Oh,
like,
the-
if your monk is getting left at like 2 HP from an attack that's incoming to him, you'd rather just have a normal block so that you can block someone else and keep your monk still be alive. But if like you redirect, now you're taking 2 attacks on monk, and that might kill him. So the redirect sucks.
I mean, you can redirect yourself.
Well, the thing is that it blocks
too.
3 though. It already, if it rolls redirect, it already blocks 3. So you're getting like 6 value after 2 turns, yeah. And
I don't know
mean,
what
I
you
see
mean.
6. That doesn't, you roll every turn, you roll 3 block, so you're getting 3 value of the monk. But for armor, for example, you roll 1 block on turn 1, and then turn 2 you maybe roll another 1 block. Like, how can that be better? Even if
I
the
agree, like-
redirect like pulls all damage into 1.
Well, the deal with
Somebody's
armor
getting
is...
hurt here, and that somebody's getting -3 hurt from Monk at least. The only time I'm sad to see Monk is when I got
You
Scrapper,
also need-
but I've
you
already
need-
got Scrapper, so.
You do need to play Monk sometimes a little bit tactically, that you just self block the Monk turn 1 instead of trying to be a hero, because if you leave it at 2 HP, it's a little bit annoying.
I guess the deal with armor is like I'm only picking armor if there's some cool thing I can do with Smith so that it prevents the need for block because the enemies are dying much faster. Whereas like
I just don't know how often that happens. Like how often are you smithing something to like win?
More often than the runs where I like Monk.
Yep, agreed.
Like 1 repel or 1 Smith. Like repel is pretty close.
Like barely does anything.
No, Smith is better than repel. Surely.
It is, yeah, but I think the redirect is much better than.
Well, if you have synergy, but very often, I guess very often I don't really have the synergy. I just click soldier and then just like 1 block, 1 damage.
So I mean, 2 clans is 2 clans. 2 clans is strong.
Yeah, that's also very strong.
Yeah, mid game 2 clans are super strong. It's like 4
block,
maybe
is
more.
Probably the best thing about Monk. I agree with that at least.
Yeah, it has 3 sides which are good, so it's quite reliable.
You see a snake and you're happy to have that monk. If you can't kill the snake or you have better targets.
And I roll armor and then I roll into the heavy damage side and I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Where I roll 1 block and I'm just like super sad. Like.
With 3 damage just means one of the snakes is dead instead of.
No, it means you're hitting into the thing that has 10 HP.
You're hitting the troll at that point.
And like not doing anything.
You're hitting anything else.
I feel pretty strongly about that actually. That like Monk is significantly better than armor. I'm so sad to see armor.
To me, Guardian and Monk are sort of whatever, and then the other ones are big happy for the other 3.
Well,
Maybe
Guardian's
Guardian's pretty sick. It's 6 block
like
or 3 block. Like how does it go bad?
Like it blocks the scrapper insane amounts.
I mean, it sounds like we can all at least agree that like Knight, Pilgrim, Warden are top 3.
Yeah.
Knight is easy to
Knight
top
is
one.
best.
I'd put Warden number 2 easily though. I'd raise Warden above Pilgrim at least.
No, I don't think. I think Warden.
Where's my big heavy next to Pilgrim?
But the problem with Pilgrim is that Pilgrim does not pair with Scrapper very well.
Yeah.
It's like the one time where I'm not upset to see Pilgrim.
I mean,
it does pair with Berserker very well.
But Rush, didn't you say you also don't like Monk, who doesn't pair well with Scrapper?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, yes,
I
don't. But at least Pilgrim like does really good things, except and Monk doesn't do as good things.
Pilgrim has no bad sides. That's all I see. Every side is good. Like
I just see. I've already rolled Scrapper, so I'm happy. Yeah, maybe I have to choose a different gray that's slightly worse, but I've still got Scrapper, so I'm happy.
I put Guardian above Warden. Like this thing, turn 1 blocks 6, and then the cleave also just blocks 6 way too often, and then turn 2 you also block 3, like, or just 6 again because like something still can get targeted. That's the militia run away right away, steal synergy of like crazy.
And the cleave is also 6 value.
Yeah, and the cleave as well. It's good.
Counterpoint, Warden has 10 health.
Like 10. I see 10.
I see 10.
2 more than Guardian. Warden can block somebody else and just take the hit to the face.
I think generally I'm
like
pretty happy.
The shield is 6, like it catches up very, very quickly.
Oh yeah. Compare like because Guardian blocks 6, Guardian can block, maybe you say you're lucky and can block 3. Yeah, probably 3 because 2 sides. So you either block 3 or 4. Then after 1 turn, the HP difference already gone.
You just wrote something even more contentious by putting Pilgrim in the same tier as Knight.
The better thing about Guardian is just that it can deal 2 damage, but blocking wise, the Guardian is just way stronger.
Yeah.
I'm actually big happy on Guardian.
Same.
But
I'm pretty happy.
I'm slightly happy on all 3 of them. It's not Knight, and it's definitely better than the bottom 4.
The thing is, like, the top 4 I'm like
though,
all happy, like super happy, and then like the rest I'm just like.
My actual feeling with tier 2 gray is that if I don't see 9, I'm not that happy.
If it's not Knight.
I'm happy if they do their job.
If I see Knight, I'm like, okay, I can sleep for the next 12 floors.
Yeah.
I have one last hypothetical on this thing. Let's say you go through a run, the only gray you've seen so far is Cleric, you passed it for a different hero, and then your last pick for 2/2 grays is Monk versus Armor. Do you take Monk or do you random to try and get one of the better grays?
I think Monk.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
I'm not. I don't
I'm,
want to.
I'm not rolling. Yeah, I'm not rolling into Bard.
Yeah, if Bard is in the pool, I'm not randoming.
Yeah, can we take Bard out, please, too? And then ask the question.
I don't know. I'm surprised. I'd random there.
Like, I'm not so big on, like, if you've got, like, the top 3 or top 4, I'm not so big on the difference between them. I'm just happy if I don't roll the bottom. Right? I just don't want a low roll. I don't care about the high roll. I just don't want a low roll
strong
down.
enough. Yeah, they are strong enough. Like
They-
the decent ones.
They've got a job to do, and, like, Guardian, Warden, Pilgrim, Knight, they do that job. Monk too.
I think for sure the gray are the most how do you say, like, wide apart.
Contentious,
Like if you get one of
maybe.
the 4 or 5 good ones, it's so much stronger than the bottom 3 ones. That you're just immediately stable, or you're not stable.
All right. Well, I guess you can leave this as is then.
I had
Yeah.
one good bard where we had +1 shield on all heroes as a blessing. So else was all of a sudden an insane ability.
Yeah, block
And
2
that was the
plus
one case where a bard worked out.
2. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is the hot
Right.
takes in the grays here.
Vampire top hill.
Yeah, vampire
I can't
best.
believe-
Yeah,
That was
vampire,
hot.
broken, stupid.
Vampire disciple probably.
Disciple is very strong.
Yeah, I think I like Disciple more than Vampire.
I don't.
Either.
I definitely don't.
The vampire spell is
Ah,
so
no, no, no.
ridiculous. It's like
Vampire is
Vampire
like
is so stupid.
vampire does everything. You
Yeah.
click on button, 2 mana, you get like it's 8 value or something
8
nonsense.
heal.
I don't need to babysit Vampire. I have to babysit some of these other heroes.
Yeah, vampire also like deals damage and extremely tanky.
Yeah. I mean, disciple is also super sick. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm
Yeah,
like
with
kind of
turn
sad
one-
about the
turn
rest.
one-
Cycle spell is
Druid
amazing.
number 3?
Disciple is I would say disciple is slightly worse if you are rolling good heroes, but then you win, so you probably don't care.
cool. Sometimes the W's you have some funny keyword synergy, then it's like goes in.
Druid number 3, I think
who-
maybe.
Yeah, Disciple
Number
likes
three.
Yeah, I like
better.
Druid number 3.
Wait, this has the
Yeah,
wrong
Druid.
health for Enchanter.
But where is Druid? Oh, it's here.
Oh, is this
So
Did
every
you
time I pick
notice that?
Enchanter, it wins, huh?
Really?
Oh, Enchanter is pretty strong actually. I like
They
it.
Yeah,
Enchanter
Enchanter's
only has
cheating.
6 health.
Yeah, you're right. Enchanter only has 6 health.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Uh-oh.
The
Better start
flip
over.
just like plays like every time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Berserker Enchanter
hero,
nuts.
I change my opinion on Enchanter like by the time of the day. Like sometimes
Mhm.
absolute garbage, sometimes just like
Flipping into the single use and the single use stays is pretty fun.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
I
with the
remember
seer.
that run.
Oh yeah,
Plus,
we had it on our run.
Enchanter is one of the best sides, like heal 2, shield 2, gain 2 mana.
Mhm.
Every enchanter side is good if they work, and the left side always works.
Yeah, Enchanter is like the hardest hero to evaluate.
Yeah, it's very
basically.
And
difficult.
Enchanter is a bit too context dependent.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want Enchanter unless I can make sure that I can get 2 mana from some other source. Because
Yeah,
it's hard to hit Enchanter's left side without having flip already available from someone else.
Yeah.
I think we can
don't
write some
need the
big
left
sides
side,
rather
though.
easily, by the way.
Yeah, I think I've basically never wanted Enchanter, but every time I've had her, she's kind of done great work.
Yeah, same. Never wanted until you do.
Slightly happy
Slightly
for Druid.
happy Druid, yeah.
I don't want to put him in the same tier as Disciple.
Enchanter, yeah, Enchanter is so weird.
Probably just whatever for Enchanter.
Yeah, honestly, the rest I'm just kind of meh about. Maybe Medic next.
I'm a bit happy with Herbalist.
No, Herbalist is
That's
still good enough.
Medic.
Yeah, Herbalist is better than the other 3 things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Herbalist has
is
2
quite a
sides
bit
that say
better.
2 mana.
We
Well,
all
and a
wax
and a
lyrically
spell that
about
says-
regen, and then we've got Medic with 2 regen here. Surprised that Medic isn't higher. And a
No, but-
spell.
No,
and
Medic
healing that
doesn't.
loves big
No, I'm
heroes.
not happy about
Right,
Medic.
I mean-
I would just try to figure out what's the
Medic.
best of the worst.
Medic has a pretty big problem. Okay, I mean more than one problem. The biggest one, she doesn't make mana.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's a all defensive. Like Enchanter does not make mana, but the sides work on turn 1 sometimes. And then the spell can be aggressive, but Medic is pure defensive and doesn't make mana.
I'd put her in whatever tier with Herbalist, though. I don't think, or whatever tier Herbalist is in. I think
I'm slightly sad. If I'm not hitting the good stuff in the reds, I'm
slightly sad.
I like Herbalist way more than Medic.
Yeah, I like.
I see Medic. I do think I consider reroll, but I see Herbalist if it's up against something, I'm slightly annoyed, but I click it.
Yeah.
At least it's not Fae or Priestess.
I think
the Herbalist with the +2 monster HP is still actually quite strong.
Yeah, for the graves and stuff, right?
Yeah, the only thing I care about is like the graves and the slates.
Great, yeah. I hate Basalt so much that I rate Herbalist much higher because of it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
being able to just like vine slates to death is just so important for me.
Let's be honest. Outside the hand, the #1 deaths probably late game is probably from Basalt, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Specifically, so Basalt going point. Summon slate, summon slate, summon slate, just repeatedly.
For sure. So yeah, no, I'm okay.
For that reason, I'd actually put Fae over Medic also because the weaken can stop the summon slates too.
Yeah, I think I like Fae more than Medic, not by much.
Yeah.
Really, guys?
Fae is I mean, Fae always has this problem that 5 HP, so it's weird.
Yeah, but the weaken just stops really bad problems.
The sides are okay.
The sides are fine.
Yep, I don't mind any of them. They're all fine. None of them are big sad.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, even Critics is actually
I agree. Slightly sad.
Slightly sad for Priestess. I'd say. We've seen some broken things with Priestess, but it's so item dependent sometimes. Like you get something that anytime I see rightmost side, that usually opens something up.
Yeah, I mean block 4 is like a lot.
Yeah, and it plays in turn 1, so at least Priestess is doing something then.
5 HP is not a lot, guys.
Yeah, that's why it's slightly sad, you know.
Block 4 is not even the thing. Block 4 is not even stronger than 1 week a lot of times. You know? And then the other sides are just not great on turn 1 at all.
Yeah, and the spell is not even that great.
Yeah, spell sucks.
It's like a vampire spell, but worse.
Yep.
Sometimes I go full runs without just using Priestess spell once.
I mean, the one
that means you didn't need it.
Yeah, you're just not dying. Maybe Priestess is good.
That means you're winning.
Yeah, is Priestess good then?
Well, you're not dying because of that 4 vitality, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'm happy with it.
I don't think there's much. Yeah, there's not much here. I think I would disagree with. I think there's just very clear differences, like big difference between the top and the bottom here. It's kind of same with Grays.
Yeah. Druid is funny. I like Druid a little less compared to 2.0.
Yeah, but he still has the cleanse as well.
Yeah.
And the block.
The spell kind of sucks, I guess, to be honest.
Just the spell is,
Oh, this guy played tough HP every round. He thinks Druid spell sucks. Interesting. No, the spell is still good, of course.
Yeah, it's still fun.
I mean, we like long games lately, and then you see Druid. They're happy.
No.
I don't know. I don't heal. That's the problem. Like, this thing doesn't heal.
It's not vampire. Right? It's not the type.
Yeah, it's just an aggressive hero. It's the same problem as Herbalist. That's why Herbalist drop off.
Yeah.
I just swing in with Druid on the grow side, and like that's my turn, you know. Like,
I'm growing, I'm scaling. You like long fights? I'm scaling. Tier 2 blues.
Right, I have to duck out. My tier list is posted in the Discord if you want to reference it. Good luck.
Oh, he's running. Spencer shows up. No, get him out. Get him back here.
Wait, I think it's the S tier.
Wait, let's talk about Spencer right now.
Come back, my armor believer.
Alright, take care.
Alright, there might be some spicy take in tier 2 blues.
There might be. Jester worse or what?
Best one, Caldera, Glacier.
Yep.
Yeah, Caldera, Glacier in that order for me.
I love Seer.
Honestly, I might.
I love Seer.
I love Seer.
Yeah,
I love Seer.
Seer third.
Seer's just. Seer can be run winning sometimes.
Sparky is
Seer is very often very strong.
Honestly, Sparky, not too bad. At least compared to the others.
Yeah, Sparky.
I mean, if you take a whole bunch of like 5 HP
And it is-
garbage heroes, then Seer doesn't look that good because you just can't get up and running. When you're beefy, you can actually just use Seer turn 1 and start the snowball.
Sure.
Seer spell is so
Alright, so
ridiculous.
These 4, yeah? The bottom 4.
Ugh.
For me, Fiend
Oh,
is
it's
like,
already in
oh
town.
my god, like, it's so
I
bad.
hate Fiend. Yeah.
I hate it like with my whole
Yeah.
heart.
Fiend is like you take it when you're so scared of like bones and graves fights that you want to like burn your whole house down to deal with it.
I think I hate Jester more than Fiend.
Yeah, agree. Agree.
Jester's
I would
dark.
put Jester at the bottom.
Yeah,
That's
Like,
crazy.
what does this hero do? Like,
He has cantrip reroll and gets 3 mana and can dodge.
yeah, but you
That's
brick 3
pretty
mana.
good
Now
compared to
what?
some of these other ones.
Now
3
what?
mana, interesting.
When does it? When does that hit exactly? Like, if I'm banking on hitting
Half
one out
the
of
time,
6,
mathematically.
It's like 50-50, right?
Yeah,
No, it's
50-50,
like
and you get
42%.
some consolation
Actually,
prizes
yeah,
if
it's
you
slightly
miss,
higher. Yeah, slightly
As
higher
well
once
as-
you have the roll.
as well as cantrip reroll to help other people hit stuff too.
I mean, we also take heavy
Right.
dice a lot, so I don't know if that's impacting.
no,
It's
I mean,
insanely
I don't
bad,
value
but it's
that.
Even with like heavy dice 3, I think I can have had Jester work.
like I roll into
So-
1 mana after, like, let's say I brick that turn 1, I roll into 1 mana. I'm so sad, right? Like, just look at what these other heroes are doing. Like, I'd rather have a meddler. I actually would rather have meddler, especially at that stage of the game.
Okay, you're
Like-
off the rail.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Mid game is when you kick Metal.
Ugh.
You never keep Metal mid game. Like,
This
don't do
thing
that.
is so gross, man. Maybe I'm
The
just
other thing-
over-hating Jester, but this thing is awful.
Yeah, you're overhating.
Yeah.
The
I
other
think
thing about
Jester's not even
Jester,
big. I mean, it's like sad, but like,
I'm big sad on it.
doesn't lose you the game.
the other thing about Jester is like I
have
like
to
his
go away
spell
for a bit.
because it's very flexible.
All right.
I
Let's
don't
see.
think any of the glues are like game losing.
They're not game losing for sure. I mean, okay, Fiend.
Invoker's
Yeah, I think-
game losing, in my opinion.
I usually
It's
pick
too many
blue,
X's. You can't. It's like bad gambler basically. That's Evoker.
That's true. Evoker is pretty freaking bad.
It's like the tier 2 blues usually for me. Like, I see one of the good ones and then I click. Otherwise, I don't mind if it comes last.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can accept whatever.
Like I'd even put Jester over Myco. Well,
No.
Oh, no.
Now Michael is like worse than a lot worse compared to last patch, but still fine.
It's above Fiend for me,
Mike-
for sure.
That one's sad.
At least at 8 HP, you know.
like what's? Okay, can you tell me the reason why Myco you consider Myco better than Jester?
Spell is good.
Like what's there? Spell.
Oh, there's 3
So it's
mana
insanely good.
and 3
It's
3 and
actually
3,
3 mana.
and then
Okay.
there's also 2 mana, which is also good. And then the spell is on par, I would say.
Spell, you have to have something on your team that's good with it, though.
When do you not?
Whereas,
though?
like,
Oh,
In
compare
my
Michael's
experience,
spell and
quite a
Jester's
bit
spell, no?
actually.
not
Yeah.
just
Jester
compare
spell's
Michael's
just
spell
like
to
2
Jester's
damage,
spell, no?
so
Is it
like,
2
you
damage?
just
I mean, it's
you
2
order-
damage sometimes.
you order it properly, it's 2 damage. Yeah.
No, it's 2 damage on turn 1, and then it stops being 2 damage because you need to actually kill the things that are dying.
Yeah, but usually you can finish it off with other things and then like burst and stuff, and then start with flicking something else once you've killed the first thing. Like
And yeah, that's
I haven't
assuming
really
it's
run
just
into
a rose
that many
mana.
often.
That is assuming just a rose mana.
And then after
But
you
turn
can roll
one,
like
you
one mana on
are
turn
not
one.
rolling mana.
Yeah,
again.
you can roll mana on turn 1, and then suddenly now you have odd more blank on turn 2. So now you have like 3 blanks.
And then it's just like worse than Evoker. Like I don't know. To me, Jester is like just pretty terrible. Like I can't not justify. I roll 1 mana, then I have a blank, and now I'm trying to like hit one side. Like. just
Well, I
doesn't
don't like
happen.
that either, which is why I like sort of just follow the Jester way, which is basically unless you have a reason, like a really important reason to keep one hero, you just always roll Jester all the way down for 3. And that
Yeah.
usually works really well for me.
Yeah. I do roll too,
Yeah.
but that's the thing, right? Like the only fights with Jester that would be good would be the fights that you roll 3 mana on turn 1. If you fail to roll 3 mana on turn 1, the fight is bad.
I mean, the difference between having a 3 in mana and a 2 mana side turn 1 or 1 3 mana side turn 1 is just very,
Yeah, pretty
very
big.
big.
It's pretty big.
And then it
It's-
also has 2 more HP.
It's not as big as it used to be though. Like the fights are slower because there's a lot more curses that you can.
Yeah, Michael's definitely worse compared to
Yeah.
2.0 for sure.
Oh yeah, Michael used
not-
to be quite good. Now it's sad.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
a
other
bit
thing,
sad.
Michael. Michael's sides get worse over time, whereas Jester's just like always can.
I
Wait,
mean,
what? Growing?
wait, we're looking
Growing?
at Jester and saying the side's
what?
gonna not get worse.
I mean,
or
I
better?
Wait, I'm
see.
growing?
I see
I see there's like
one
one
mana
side that is
decay.
Are you really
Michael.
gonna hit the like one shield, one damage, and be happy about that though? On that
No, but you
turn?
can
Like, you're
roll
gonna
it
think it's
down.
this is too slow. Oh god, I'm dying already.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you
like
can
the
roll it
same
down
thing, right?
And then basically you roll it down, and then instead of an X, you roll one of the growth, and then it's actually a good side next turn. So it's like the low roll is not so bad.
Hmm.
Jester, like, I don't know, you lose one side and then it's the same argument, right? Like,
Yeah, Jester in long fights, of course.
but it's not even
50-50
that
if
good
you
in
roll
the
a
short
3,
fight
and
either.
otherwise it's just madness.
Yeah, it's like, it's not that good. You can just treat the decay as like the same thing, right? So like, treat the 2 mana decay as like 2 single use, like, I don't know. The next turn is single use 1, and so it's like 2 mana turn 1, and then next turn it's now single use, same as Jester's side. And then the 1 mana is the same as Jester's side. 3 mana.
Yeah, but
2,
Michael's losing his good sides. Jester doesn't lose his good side.
But it's
Guess
just
that's the
one
difference for me.
side. I'm never playing around like the one side. I don't think like.
Usually I don't, but when there's a cantrip reroll, it kind of changes the math in that favor a little bit for me.
It's still 50-50. It's too low. Like 70% minimum for me to have to be something good.
We just complain so much about like, you know, scoundrel, lazy, whatever, right?
I mean, your gambler is so bad.
Gambler's bad. It's like the same. It's like the same shit. Is it not?
No, because Jester doesn't actually have that many X's. Like you try to get the 3, and if you don't, you probably hit some sort of consolation prize.
But I hit a consolation
That's better.
prize
That's
on.
in my mind is way better than Gambler and Evoker.
I hit a consolation prize on like Gambler in the same way, right? Like I roll 1 damage or 2 damage, and it's like the same thing as rolling 1 mana, and then the next turn I can still do that. But it's just like the payoff is not that good. Like the spell is not good enough to have that payoff either.
Oh. Part of the payoff is the reroll cantrip itself as well.
Also, another thing about Michael is that if you are dying in long fights, the revive actually works. The revive side is not. It's not a complete blank. It's real.
No, in long fights, yeah. I mean, you have to go quite long. Like if you hit the 3 mana, it's still 2 mana. You can hit the 2 mana and then another
It's
2 mana.
probably my Michael usually feels sad when I turn 4.
Yeah. And then like you don't hit anything, but you hit the growth 1 damage, then suddenly you can just hit that side as well for 2 damage. But yeah, I guess we agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, I mean they're just both pretty inconsistent. In my experience, Maiko has been even more inconsistent for me.
Maiko's at least consistent early turns is the thing. Like it's more consistent early turns, and then also it's better in long fights even with the decay. Spell is better too. Like I think everything about Maiko is just better than Jester, to be honest. I mean maybe there's sometimes some item stuff at play with Jester, but you can say that about every hero, right? Like I don't know if Evoker is worse than Jester. I can't decide. Probably.
Evoker is terrible,
Yeah.
terrible.
I hate all of them. Like I hate these 2 the most, but
Evoker
I
might
think
be the big sad. Actually.
Fiend is worse than Maiko.
I think.
I might agree with you. Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
I think Maiko is like the borderline. I think there's a pretty big difference between Maiko and like the rest of these for me. So I don't know if I should say slightly sad. I think I'm big sad on Jester. I'm big sad on Fiend.
I'm not big sad on Fiend.
Nah, it's okay.
I mean, surely
like
you
whatever
shouldn't say
side
big
it's
sad
on.
just because I'm supporting Jester so much.
Yeah.
Also, Sparky is definitely not slightly happy for me. Sparky is like whatever at best.
Yeah, same.
It's better, but like, come on.
I can agree with that.
Turn 1 is still kind of sucks unless you roll the side.
I don't agree because the charge side actually play.
If you've got the red hero for it, and if the red hero gets mana, because that's a few ifs.
But the red doesn't always roll mana too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's
you keep Chasa and Sparky. No way.
No way. at least the spell is good. I think that's the other thing. It's like
Yeah, spell is good.
Spell is very good. So there's at least some payoff.
I mean, Sparky is just the Jester, but
it's strange that everyone's in agreement that Sparky's spell is good, but Jester's spell is bad.
It's very different.
Make any sense to me.
Right? It's completely different. It's way more flexible, and then you can go through like immune as well, like kill shade, kill slay.
It actually kills.
It actually does stuff, and then
it actually kills.
Monster immune, like tough HP, like all these things that we take a lot, right? It's extremely good with, and then also.
I mean, I take them too.
You bank some mana, and then suddenly
they just both have the same weakness. Like you can only use them for once on a single monster. So
I know, but the charge side is it's breaking on turn 1, but maybe, but it's way stronger than the 1 mana, like 1 use.
Yeah.
No, but Zap is like infinitely stronger than the spell.
Yeah, Zap is way better.
Zap actually solves so many problems. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. At least I'm happy that Jester's staying out of Big Sad.
Do we put Sparky in whatever? Or do we say it's slightly happy?
Zap is actually like solving a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think Zap is super strong. But it's nowhere near the the top cut. I think also Sparky is worse than Seer by a fair amount, so I'm probably saying it's whatever.
Yeah, it's okay with whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
There's 2 hits, 3 hits maybe, but like you're looking for
Sparky has to be much stronger than Michael though.
I would agree with that too. I would be saying Big Sad on Fiend, Jester, and Evoker, and then putting Maiko at slightly sad.
I mean, the funny thing is for me, Sparky's on the edge of slightly happy, and Maiko's on the edge of slightly sad. Basically.
We can put that in the notes. You can say that these are not.
You know what? We can just do this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I actually just don't like Michael whatsoever.
Yeah, I actually don't like Maiko.
I'm not happy.
Michael's side, that's fine.
Okay.
You can put in the notes for Jester. Slightly sad unless you're Rush Second.
Rush Second has massive success rolling left side.
Wait.
Alright. Rush Second unless you're... Well, exactly half the time, and I'm happy with it. Whatever. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Tier 3 now.
I wanted to say one last thing about the Sparkies. I have Dabalist, and Spellblade in the top tier 2. You take those a lot, so that helps.
Yeah, that's true.
Dabalist
mana is huge.
Always max mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely Spellblade makes Sparky way stronger.
Yeah.
Tier 3 orange.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and let you guys discuss. I'm sure there will still be content, so I don't feel bad about leaving.
Probably Fencer on top.
Yeah, for me, Fencer is
Assassin is also quite strong.
Fencer is the best item user, yeah. Like, Assassin is better without items, but you have any item, the Fencer is like just so much
You're
better.
saying that you don't have the yellow that you can put items.
Are we just gonna like put all the dodges at the top then?
Honestly,
I mean, Dancer is moving towards the bottom.
No, wait.
Agent, Fencer, Assassin top 3, and where they are just depends on the items.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Agent. Yeah, Agent I like the most.
Agent is super nice. Okay, Ludus is horrible.
Yeah, Agent I like the most for sure.
Agent definitely has.
I thought Xecnar, I was saying like Venom maybe A tier. You were like, oh, you're undervaluing Venom a lot. You need to put it at S tier, and now you're not even.
I play. I changed my items priorities a little bit, and then Venom goes down. Because normally, if you put items on orange, then the Venom goes up. But if I put items on orange, I have other things to pick later. So I don't need to first pick Venom, so it goes down.
I guess the one problem I'm having Venom with recently is like, oh, I pick Venom, it's a really good boss killer, and then the hand shows up and does top kill. I'm like, well, my Venom, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, top dodge.
I mean, that's why you pick Valkyrie,
Agent.
right? So,
Yeah, I guess another thing about Agent is just it's super good against the hand. That's the only final boss.
Yeah.
Oh. Unless the hand does top kill.
I don't know, Tokyo it just dies turn 1, no problem.
Yeah, it still does 8 damage and shifter. If it does.
I mean, sometimes shifter just wins the run, so.
Yeah, at least in Agent's favor here, like as a difference to Venom is that Agent actually can do that kind of damage turn 1, whereas if Venom dies turn 1, that's kind of really sad.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the question is there
exactly...
a tier 3 orange? You're like big happy.
I mean, I like Agent the most. Without context,
Agent...
with items, I think like Fencer slightly more because the dodge is we taking more low rolls. But without context, and maybe Agents above. Also, Agent's more fun. I like
Agent
Shifter.
left side is also really strong.
Yeah, you know what I think about Shifter.
Yeah, I mean, Shifter applied death.
But sorry, Xecnar, I didn't really get what you were saying about the items with the Venom.
Yeah, so you have any items that affect like top, bottom, yeah, then Venom's super strong. But if you have these, then Assassin also like works super well, and then Fence also works super well.
Oh, so you're not prioritizing Venom.
Yeah. So I'm not first picking Venom, and if I'm not first picking again, then I can wait, and then if I wait, then I can do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Agent also use like the middle items quite well. Compared to the other.
Yeah, steel and middle, like rainbow
and such.
Also, copycat.
The glove is like tier 4. You put a Q in the middle, you drag a high glove, it's like pretty sick.
Dogma.
Dogma?
Yeah, Fencer's mostly good with the items.
I'm pretty happy for these top 4 in general. I think.
Yeah. And then roulette is just like, do you have something to replace the left side?
Yeah.
Even if you do have replacer, I think still maybe light up less more. No?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like my mana and my shield. The heal plays. Every side plays. I mean, it's just good.
And that is with the side replacer.
Yeah.
Like without,
I can see that.
It's clearly better.
And then these just suck. I mean, it's just some of these are like insane misses. I don't know if sharp shot's better than roulette. No context, probably, right? Because it doesn't kill itself and it's copycat.
I mean, roulette's the worst without.
Yeah.
I think on average, roulette is the worst because you just don't have an idol.
Yeah.
Roulette is like
unpickable.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Because you pick roulette.
Can we literally say just unpickable?
And then turn to the hand, and then the hand just chops your yellow, and then you lose.
New tier, unpickable.
I mean, you can put like the what is it? What is this with left replacer, and then put in the note like unpickable without.
Yeah, just say unpickable, and then like we clarify.
What about with replacer?
Yeah.
With replacer is probably
whatever.
It's like
whatever.
Yeah, just whatever. It deals a lot of damage. It just somehow feels it doesn't do enough.
It doesn't really have a
it's just like the
key
doesn't like want to hit the boss super hard, and the cantrip's like kind of random by the late game, right?
Yeah, so it's just like one side. It's like the 5 damage. Annoying. Yeah, there's only the 5 damage to roll for.
You cantrip into proccing inevitable, or you cantrip into. I don't know. Hitting the hand minions, don't really care.
Yeah.
Why does Ludus have 6 HP? Can someone explain that to me?
Ludus is terrible.
What is that?
Like, Ludus just
his D6, I guess.
Oh my god.
Thematic, so thematic.
If Sulu is so strong.
Yeah, I mean dice have 12 HP. Can you clarify cannot random? It's like you get offered to like pretty bad option, but roulette is in the pool. Like, do you want to random tier 3? If you hit roulette, you lose.
That's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's insanely scary, right? I mean,
yeah, randoming tier 3 is generally the pretty bad idea.
Yeah.
Because accepting some average rolls, you can still win like pretty convincingly, but the low rolls are when you lose.
How do we make the text
Dancer
rap?
versus sharp shot. I'm coming around a little bit on Dancer, just because there is a dodge, there's a cantrip reroll, plays a bit versus the hand, because the +1s
one
can
damage.
help.
1 damage.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2 damage
one
when you're
damage.
against the hand.
Yeah, 2 damage against the hand.
Yeah, I'm.
Like I
depressed.
usually I think I'd rather have Dancer than Sharp Shot.
I think the copycat side is a lot stronger than almost anything else that Dancer can do. I mean,
dodge. Besides dodging,
besides
top kill from
dodge,
hand.
yeah. So I guess you can say Dancer into the hand maybe, but like top dodge. That's pretty much literally it. You're just please dodge.
I do feel in the late game a lot of my runs is like the only thing that can stop me is the hand. Therefore I pick Dancer instead of Sharp Shot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that. Because Sharpshot is not even like Sharpshot is doing anything in hallway.
Yeah, it's terrible, but yeah, they all suck. You know, like I'm just depressed, but.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember we picked the Sharp Shot in like the Wendigo fight, and it like we would have died without it, almost assuredly, right?
No,
I don't think you died.
not at all.
That felt
didn't
really
want the
scary.
Sharp Shot,
Maybe I'm
but then you
misremembering.
said-
Maybe I'm misremembering.
But then
how
you
bad
said
it
there's a
was.
roulette in the game, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I don't want to insta lose.
Yeah.
But if the roulette was not in the game, then I would just run
Yeah.
them.
I would just run them.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, the existence of roulette is just funny to me. Like,
So maybe you should just
put roulette
already
at the
pick
bottom.
your oranges, so that you can run them afterward.
Alright, so we
Dancer does have some niche, like pop-offs, and Sharp Shot like kind of never has it.
I mean, Sharp Shot, the copycat.
Copycat
is usually
steal
Yeah, I
the
guess
stronger.
like the ones that copycat, yeah.
I,
But it's hard to
Um,
justify building around that when it's only one side.
I mean, Dancer's also usually one side, right? Or
wait, didn't we just talk about Jester? Wait, are we?
But okay,
Wait,
just has a
Jester-
cantrip reroll, so the
Yeah,
one
but
side
that's the same
makes
thing
more
with
sense.
Dancer, right?
Oh my god, the cantrip.
Yeah, but you
reroll
don't have to
theory.
build around a 3-mana side. You do have to build around a copycat, and then if you build around it and don't hit the
Yeah.
copycat at an important time, then you're sad.
I mean, you definitely have to build around the Dancer though. And
Oh.
the copycat you just usually just take because it's
I think
strong.
I've had a run recently where I just literally I felt like I could beat any boss except the hand doing top kill. I was like, okay, I'll just take Dancer. To make that
That's
the loss
definitely
likely.
that is definitely a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like for sure.
yeah.
But I also think that speaks something about oranges feeling less impactful at tier 3 usually. Like I feel like some of the tier 2 hits are like insane, and then the tier 3 I'm just like, okay, Davos has 9 HP compared to Davil also has 9 HP, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, like it's not the upgrade that tier 2 is, I think. And sometimes you see Venom,
usually
whatever. but-
Orange is the most underwhelming
Yeah,
in
I
the
think-
in the whole game.
So are we swapping Dancer, Sharp Shot, or what?
Yeah, I could see
sure.
that. Yeah. I think we just put in the notes like has
Yeah, I can leave it a note. Can dodge the
dodge
hand.
for the hand.
Dodge the hand.
Can dodge the hand.
All right, can we do? Let's do yellow.
Do not pick CSAB. Do not do it.
Yeah.
Really?
So
But
Wanderer on top.
CSAB, the Knight Scrapper combo for CSAB.
Wait, see how you have like Weaver dodge.
Holy.
Weaver dodge.
Also, yeah.
Okay,
also,
I
yeah,
don't have my warlock.
Blue heroes have
I'm
dodge.
depressed.
Chronos, yeah.
Okay, so,
Chrono Supremacy.
Wanderer.
Wanderer,
one.
insanely happy. Yeah. This thing is so broken, like just unbelievably broken.
Yeah, 10 HP, 6 sides, all scalable.
So does anything else go in big happy then? If like Wanderer is the big happy reference here, like it's just
Nope.
like
Probably-
nothing else, right? Pull arm
Second,
curator.
nowadays, for me, probably Barbarian still.
Yeah, my the three I like the most afterwards would be like Barbarian, Brawler, and Curator.
Yeah.
I like curator a
Seems
lot.
pretty standard. Curator is good.
Yeah.
Brawler's really good. Barb is really good.
Steel side, very good at this point.
Yeah.
And self shield plays.
Those will all be
but
like
like-
slightly happy for me.
Yeah, I'm slightly happy.
A Wanderer is like tough competition to beat.
Everything suddenly seems to suck. Yeah.
Yeah, the tier 3 orange and yellows are just so weird to me. Like sometimes they just don't like. I don't know. Captain can feel okay, but usually this thing is like, eh.
It's just a bit of a problem 3.0 in general. Is that some overpowered heroes are like too far ahead. Like the knight, the vampire, the wanderer. That feels a bit weird.
And then which is worse, leader or eccentric?
God.
Yeah, leader 9 HP, essentially 8 HP. I guess.
Yeah, the reuse is pretty strong.
Reuse is Ross.
I
The
think I've
Sith
had more
side
good
is-
leaders than eccentrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Although it's a little bit close sometimes. Sometimes you get like items for eccentric that are, even with items, eccentric's not
Yeah,
good.
again, it's just like, what does it do? It's like got 4 damage sides. Like, okay, so does everything else.
Roll for the side that is actually good.
Maybe like fairy dust when you have like a really good blue spell.
Yeah.
But other than that,
yeah. I mean, I like Bash a lot more than Veteran usually.
Yes.
Because,
Yeah.
like, I would say Veteran maybe slightly sad or Bash.
Bash slightly happy maybe. I think the steel side and the stun are enough to justify for me.
Yeah.
No, Bash versus the other slightly happies, it's like not really.
It's not close. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So everything else is slightly sad. Yeah.
Bash, you just kind of want like poison dip or serration or something.
Yeah, serration, poison dip.
Yeah, top bottom.
The streak is still alive, by the way. It's 50 for the question in chat.
But the thing is, yeah, you take those, then you win the game. But otherwise, you still have stun, you still have steal, and you still have 7 damage front load. Kill a comp.
Like, Bash has decent side for final boss.
And then for captain, you need someone else that can get 3 damage reliably.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also
Actually,
have a reason why you want formation.
Yeah, Captain's like only a tactic. But tactic is great, but yeah.
It falls
It
off
doesn't
kind
really
of
then.
at the end as well, right? Like, by the time you're picking this thing, the tactic usually is not as good. I mean, if you get it very
It's
early,
still strong.
If you get it
it's
early,
still strong.
it's good.
For
It's still
me,
strong. There's a lot of value, but
Bash and Curator is actually pretty equal.
I think I like Curator slightly more than Bash, but not that much.
Yeah, I just really don't like that the Curator bottom side doesn't deal with items.
Yeah. But
Actually, I mean, I can kind of see these two being like.
Charge
Making
Steel is very strong, right? Like, those are the 2 real hits, and then even Engage can play. I mean, it's just... I think Curator is just much better. I don't know by how much, but it feels like there's more hits.
Yeah. I mean, the Rampage too, Rise, Slime-demic.
Can play.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
You can also
fair
buff
enough.
it, right? You can add keywords to the Rampage side, and then suddenly you're killing
I
everything.
mean, yeah, the main problem is it doesn't really scale with items that well. I think it's a big problem. But if you have a orange that does that, then there's no problem. You just take the Curator.
Jeweled Loop Curator.
Creatures skills with the pull are much better.
Yeah.
Polearm Curator,
Yeah,
that
like,
run was
Bash
so
mainly-
funny.
But Bash mainly scales the top bottom, so you have like Venom and Fencer for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's usually basically the poison and the serration kind of stuff.
I'm gonna be
So
right
it
back.
doesn't really scale with the venom.
Yeah, if it's Poison Dip and then scaled Venom. But the thing is that if you have Poison Dip with Venom, then it's like you can put it on whatever yellow instead. If it works, then even if it's 2 poison, 1 poison, maybe still fine.
Poison dip
Much
captain.
worse.
Crazy. You're cooking something.
But like,
Yeah,
you put Poison Dip on a Veteran, for example, with the
Yeah,
Venom.
but we're
that's strong
talking
enough.
Curator or Bash.
Yeah, but what I mean is that you the argument for the Bash is that you have some items, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can have a decent chance to have orange and also use item, and if the item is the Poison Dip, then there's also combo with Venom that makes the Bash less necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, leader can use it, veteran can use it. I mean, I like that. I don't mind whatever.
Yeah, I think this is fine for me. I don't have any strong feelings.
One change. How did we arrive at only slightly sad rather than big sad for leader? Is anybody actually like saying there's a silver lining here?
The reuse side.
No,
It's
it's
not
fine.
eccentric.
Two good sides, and yeah, not eccentric.
Not eccentric.
Not eccentric.
I'm okay
yeah.
with big sad. Yeah, I would be okay with big sad too. But...
If eccentric didn't exist, then leader would be big sad, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
these are just
leader is not
numbers.
something I look at and then think that I must reroll this. I mean, I'm not happy to pick it.
I am really tempted.
I don't
to
think that.
reroll, but...
Yeah, I'm tempted, but I'm not like. You know,
Yeah.
I have to.
I mean, it's eccentric, similar. It's like it's not gonna lose you the game. It's just gonna be there.
Or the solo run and Jason was looking at eccentric or random. It was like probably more correct to take eccentric other than random.
Yeah.
But it was more so to, wasn't it to force my my red? I don't remember what it was. I think it was forcing something.
Because I mean, the leader, like it's not even easy to roll for the left side because you actually have like some blanks.
Well, we actually had quite a few rerolls, if I remember, some reroll pip sides too. And eccentric was honestly looking better if we were to, versus completely failing. I think it was the red in that particular case. It was red bottom is better than, is worse than eccentric was our logic.
It does kind of go to show that like I don't know, orange yellow don't feel nearly as impactful as like having a good blue or red in the late game or gray. Like those, it just the late game it just feel nearly as good.
Yeah, just item dependent mainly. The item
Yellow
users.
top hand is definitely stronger than orange, though.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, look at the top four.
Yeah, these yellows are actually quite strong.
They're like so insane.
Are we still talking about yellows?
Yeah.
Are we happy with yellows?
I
Can
think
we
so.
move on?
I
Yeah,
am.
move on.
Okay.
Great, huh?
Oh, boy.
Alright, let's put the Valkyrie.
Valkyrie at the
Yeah,
bottom.
Valkyrie
Reddit is
holding
pissed.
garbage.
Reddit is pissed. Prince.
I actually play a
Yeah.
run mobile today and I almost died because I picked Valkyrie.
Yeah.
I still think Prince should go below Valkyrie, honestly.
Oh, like no.
Wow.
I mean,
no.
I think
a
I'm
really
okay
low
with that.
value Prince.
I think Prince has like. I mean, no. They're both just terrible. I can't even decide, dude.
Just-
It's
just-
just
No,
so
Valkyrie
bad.
What for that game where
is
we-
good against hand.
They're so
No, I would
bad.
actually
Yeah,
I would actually agree.
That's probably
like,
right.
If I have to choose between Valkyrie and Prince, I would pick Valkyrie
Yeah,
The hand.
without information. Without
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, they're so
What's
terrible.
There really
best-
do be situations where it's like literally I win, except if the hand does top kill, and then Valkyrie suddenly like closes that last lose condition for you. So
Yeah.
there is a redeeming quality to Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Just not that much redeeming quality, but it's there.
I put
Yeah, and then
Stoic
the
next.
hand does split 10, and the hand does split 10, then you die.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like it takes you
Because
from
Valkyrie
that,
cannot
but
block.
then suddenly.
Yeah, the hand clips 10, turn 1 Valkyrie doesn't block anything, and turn 2 your whole team's dead.
Yeah, the stoic sides are wrong. Sorry, the paladin sides are wrong. Same with stalwart. Something got flipped up in the graphic.
Oh yeah.
Wait, yeah, they just swapped sides for some reason.
Yeah, that's one.
That's fine, whatever.
That's fine, whatever.
I think Stoic next, probably. I know it has 15 HP, but it feels
Yeah.
very weird
Also
to
the
use in the late
steel
game.
synergy.
Yeah.
Plans.
And a lot more heroes have steel in the late game, and you have a lot more copycat access, right? And it just doesn't feel nearly as good.
I'll let you guys say
Stoic
this next.
doesn't.
I don't want to earn the ire.
The main thing about Stoic is that it doesn't have the pop off potential. Yeah, no cleanse and no pop off potential is a bit weird. Even though the sides are okay, 15 HP is a lot, but it's not like
Yeah,
one
it's-
winning.
It puts you on the clock a little bit. It cannot
Yeah,
go
it's
forever
not-
like the others.
Yeah, it's not like suddenly you have one good turn you win the fight. And you cannot play that long like Stalwart either. Stalwart you can go forever.
I'm just like very
I really
happy
like
about
the
rest.
double. I really like the double cleanse on Stalwart. Seems like a pretty good way of dealing with poison. And final bosses can put out, and also all of Inevitable shenanigans.
Yeah, Stalwart is very
Myriad,
solid.
Paladin, Stalwart.
Pretty. This is actually pretty tough for me. Like these three.
I think Keeper is still the highest. And
I
then,
think Keeper probably.
Keeper
Yeah.
Poet, probably.
I think I like Stalwart more than Poet, but again, depends on clan success. If you already have good clans with Red, then Poet goes
Yeah,
up.
I mean, we're just forcing Doctor every
For
run,
sure.
so I don't know. Doctor's just
Yeah,
the
if you have
nuts.
if you have a Doctor already, then of course I like Poet more than Stalwart. Picking blind, I probably take Stalwart over Poet.
I do value cleanse pretty highly, so maybe that's true. If I don't know what I have yet, or if I've already picked a red.
Yeah.
I think we could probably put the notes. It's like these two can switch depending on if you have access to cleanse or not.
Yeah, and there's also some steel synergies, the Poet or copycat charge or something.
Yeah.
Charge and steel keywords are like, yeah, maybe charge is even stronger than steel.
Yeah.
It's much easier to
is
break.
like the output.
Yeah, it has
The
reliable
AoE block
size.
actually plays sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of
Spell is like good.
Is there a lot of runs? Just that it's not that you play stable every turn. It's usually what happens in the run that you have one good turn, then you win.
Mm-hmm.
So like the things like Keeper, Poet, super strong.
I still generally
Alright.
like Stalwart a little bit more than Keeper.
I think I still like Stalwart more because I just value like first cleanse like very high.
Yeah, blind, I think Stalwart is super sick.
Wait, Stalwart has now like the. Wait, I thought you
Right.
changed it, but it
I know.
didn't change.
Yeah, it's too much effort to change the size.
Wait, can you just swap like the image and the name?
Alright,
Yeah,
I will try. I will
But
try.
you just can copy paste.
Do we
It's
value
possible.
Stalwart over or under Paladin? I value Stalwart way above Paladin. Like,
Paladin,
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
fourth.
Paladin-
No one,
Yeah,
no one is
possible,
talking
possible.
about Paladin. No one's talking about Paladin.
Paladin
just-
is
I'm
like
just reading chat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Paladin
Paladin's
just
like
more
fourth place for
stoic.
me above Stoic.
yeah, Paladin's good. Like it's better than chancing the reroll. But I'm not exactly happy to see Paladin.
Dumbbell.
I'm
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, yeah, Dumbbell, yeah.
He's very good with dumbbell. Yes, it's like
It's kind of funny, right? That this the four hammer stuff. It's like one-off bash. Like you just it kind of hits in sometimes.
That's my point. Stay in your lane, Paladin.
Pole arm.
Your job's to block.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, Stalwart, Keeper, Poet, right? That's what we.
Did I keep from an Poet?
I don't know.
I
It
think I like
depends,
Keeper the
right?
most. I think I still like Keeper the most.
they're kind of interchangeable in my opinion. Like,
If you say
it's like it just depends on what you need as far as your defenses are. So and like how much Poet synergy you can get.
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty. Yeah,
I think
because
out of these, like Keeper is the best when you roll badly.
not really, because it's only 70% to hit the big shield. And Poet has like 3 hits, and then if it doesn't hit,
Also,
then he has like
Stalwart can just
lot of
like not
cantrip.
really roll badly.
Yeah, Stalwart is pretty
No,
solid.
the 2 shield repel is not even bad, no.
I don't think it's that good.
And
It's okay.
like the self shield side is also like a lot.
Mm.
Like, the self
Yeah,
shield
that-
side
that
usually is like
depends.
3, maybe even bigger.
My gut
Funny
instinct
enough-
is that Keeper is the top for me.
Yeah,
By
it
this point of the run, too, you have enough items too that usually when there's keywords on abilities, you can do some broken stuff with it. So, you know, things like Keeper, push to the
Copycat.
top, Stalwart, push to the top. Exactly. Or just, you know, if you have big pip sides, sometimes you can do something crazy with them. Like, it's half the reason that Poet becomes broken, right? It's because you have something to do with Copycat or something like that.
Yeah.
Poet is the best kite shield user.
Wait, Armorer Kite Shield?
Kite
Whoa.
shield.
Armor kite shield, holy. Wait, Bard kite shield?
Oh, holy. Maybe we've just been undervaluing kite shield. Maybe that's the problem.
That's the secret.
What do you mean? Kite shield is just good item. Yeah.
Yeah, Kite Shield Wizard, yeah.
Wizard, yeah.
God.
So
I love Wizard.
I think the Valkyrie opinion here is going to be the most contentious when this gets put up. So
Valkyrie
maybe we should just
was,
address and just state it.
It's like such a
the-
cold take, you know? Like
It
Yeah,
is-
the Valkyrie.
it's not just that
The Valkyrie
Valkyrie
thing is
stuff.
already last patch. Right? It's last patch.
Yeah, last patch
why
is already
are-
like going down and
Already went through
Right.
this.
So if someone on Reddit says that Valkyrie's like S tier, what is the reasoning that they're putting it to S tier and why are they wrong for it? Is what I'm getting at. I agree. I think Valkyrie's big sad, but why
I mean,
is
they
it
say
so
they think
contentious?
Undying, and then they're like, "Oh, that's invincible" or something, and they don't realize that if you save someone, which feels great, it only
Yeah,
blocks
you
for
have on
like 2,
HP.
and you
And
have 1
you have on HP.
you have 1 HP and poison by 3. Interesting.
and then they're like, "Oh, the revive saved my life because you know
because I wasn't
everything
blocking in the
died.
first place.
I
Yeah.
have, because
Just
I have
don't die.
Valkyrie."
Just don't die and you don't need the revive.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Yeah.
you're still decent with certain things for sure, but yeah, no
If
information.
I were to put it in my own
even
words,
worse.
I'd say like there's a lot of situations in the game where like stopping one hero from dying a turn isn't enough to save your whole team because final bosses
Yeah.
can put out like tons of debuffs or like tons of AoE damage on over your entire team, and Valkyrie just can't keep up, even if you can stop one death at a time.
yeah, actually half of the reason is whenever people like Falk is the rescue thing.
Angel Feather, yeah? Angel Feather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
I
said
actually
like
just
keep
had-
her
I mean,
Angel Feather, interesting.
I actually
Yeah,
just
you've
had
got
the
Angel
kite shield
Feather.
on Valkyrie +1 on that, and it's pretty strong.
You got Angel Feather and every single hero here is good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean not Prince.
For Prince.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Not
Prince
stoic.
is dog shit too.
No,
Yeah,
Stoic
no
Angel Feather is good.
feather just wins.
no, Stoic
What?
has the damage. On
Yeah,
top of
damage
it.
top
Yeah,
off.
Oh yeah,
damage on
damage.
top.
Okay, never mind.
Thinking about the last Stoic, which was not Stoic, but the other guy.
And I think honestly, another problem with Valkyrie is that it doesn't actually have real damage potential.
Mm-hmm.
Like Keeper blocks 1 billion and you steal and you one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Poet
Right.
same story.
8 damage.
And then so even Star Wars sometimes you have some brimstone or whatever nonsense.
Yeah, just swing it in 4 damage bomb.
Actually can deal damage,
Goes
but
back to my item
yeah,
point
the
too.
Valkyrie.
Right? Doesn't do well with items, and you have like 10 items by this point, and Valkyrie is sort of like, I can't use these. Every one of the
Valkyrie
heroes
is
that we
really
rated
good
top,
with,
does a lot with items.
Really good with
Valkyrie
Raid.
is really good with Star Wars hat.
Bandana also for Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, bandana, true.
I think the targeting is off now, so it's like a lot worse.
Anyways,
I think the
any other-
highest high roll of the game I've ever seen, it was like the Prince, it was like the tier 10 item. I replaced every blank with like freaking quad use, heal tank cleanse.
Oh yeah.
Jason remembers. it.
Yeah.
Like, if
I
it weren't
remember
for that game, I remember that game. Like heal 40.
That was early.
Yeah, that's like item quality +4, right?
Yeah, something like
Something.
that.
Well, I didn't have that item. I think the one time I like purposely took Prince recently was Dragonhide gloves and Ordinary Triangle. Felt like that was
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Also, I got to learn Spark, so then I was like tossing 4 shield duplicate around with mana gain. It was nuts.
Yeah.
In-
That spell is very strong, by the way. That is
Yeah, Spark is
ridiculous
Spark?
spell. Yeah.
Is easily, I won't say misread. It's like, it's not misreading, but I don't think people fully think that through. It's like, you have a 5 pip side, congratulations, you get 1 free mana.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else for Grays?
I'm happy with this.
I'm happy with this. That's what I would have come up with.
Mm-hmm. Reds.
Yeah, so
This
top
seems
is,
rather obvious for the
Doctor.
most part.
Yeah, Doctor number 1.
Doctor number 1.
Doctor
Doctor
and then
OP. Prophet.
And Surgeon,
Surgeon, probably. And then
Surgeon,
then we have to
Prophet,
think a bit.
maybe Shaman.
All right.
I
I've
sort of
ordered
want to
them
put
all.
Witch about
Alright,
Shaman.
Yeah.
next.
Next.
Pro-
Wait. Not. Red. Good without Valkyrie.
Oh yeah. Wait.
Do you guys like Doctor?
The problem is you have to
Yes.
pick Wraith or Valkyrie first, and then you might not get the other one.
You random into some garbage and pick the other one.
So think of like composition, everything that you want to do with your red, and Doctor does it.
Doctor is broken. This hero is just
Doctor does
not
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, somehow the spell was buffed. Yeah?
I mean, Doctor doesn't really deal with AoE damage that well compared to some of
I
these
make 10
others
million mana and then I
also,
just
so.
liquor everyone. I don't know. Seems fine to me.
Well, I mean, that's your
Counterpoint.
blue doing that, not your Doctor.
I mean, there's a lot of items that play like pair on the mana side, like pair kings, right? You got like
Probably
you got a lot of
What?
stuff.
That's
slightly
That's-
sad for Fate.
Is
Fate's
it-
only redeeming quality is good mana.
It's a lot
I
of your
don't mind
blue
Fate.
too, but
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Fate S plus with barrel item.
Fate's kind of meh, like middle of the road.
mean,
yeah.
I mean, it has a dodge and it can't be that bad.
Fate is so bad against Hexia.
Yeah.
That's
I would
true.
even-
really struggles.
I would even put Surgeon in Big Happy too, because then you're solving the top kill problem from the hand.
Yeah, I like
forever.
Surgeon a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Surgeon's good. Operate is a cleanse.
If
Ooh,
Hexia
Operate's
wasn't
cleanse.
there, I would love Fate. Honestly, like I think Fate's.
Yeah, if Hexia
um,
wasn't there, Fate
yeah.
would go up for sure.
We can just say that, like countered by Hexia.
especially with barrel item.
Yeah, I think with cleanse already, I like Prophet more than Doctor.
Like if I get any of those three, I'm sort of happy.
Yeah,
I don't think I have ever lost a fight where I cast Sooth.
that's true.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
it just never dies.
One,
You
like
see
one,
three times
two.
you own- Prophet's only disadvantage is there is no cleanse, and sometimes you can just get petrified
I mean, you can just
and
say
just
that.
die. It's rare, like
Better
you can
than
get soft
Doctor
locked almost.
if you have cleanse.
That's a very true comment. Like if you have cleanse elsewhere, like a good cleanse source, else, then
If you held your bar,
then Prophet is
until
going to
420.
perform very well.
Basically, yeah, Stalwart or Eucalyptus or something.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Heat. Heat is
Even like
underrated.
well, Venom's a little bit inconsistent.
Oh, he is
on his
nice.
part.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Heat is
Heat-
nice.
Heat poet.
Heat
It's
poet.
good.
Oof.
Heat Bard.
I hit bad. Yeah.
Heat Bard.
Right, Bar does cleanse. It just comes at a time where you don't
The-
need
the
cleanse
Holy
as
Book?
much. Like if Else was
Holy
on a
Book,
tier 3, then we might be talking about Else more.
I mean, my heroes
So-
just don't roll blanks. Is like the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no blanks. Every hero has 6 sides.
Yep.
We just need to
Fair
raid the
boots.
central player.
So far, my tiny nitpick here is that I might put Forsaken in like slightly sad, just because if we're saying Surgeon's good because revive, then maybe Forsaken should go up a little bit because
The
Forsaken also has
access of it
revive.
on a spell is the big difference, though, right? Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, well,
like,
that's why Forsaken's sad and not happy.
I like reviving, but when do I want to use up dice for reviving? And you know, like it's 3 at once. What?
Well, when
Feels
hand is
weird.
top
No,
killed
the
your
rolling-
2 heroes, and you can bring them back.
Rolling
Yeah.
that is good. It's
Yeah.
just that you need to roll that at the correct time.
Yeah, it either does nothing or wins you.
And then, like, what is it doing in the meantime? Like, it just doesn't make mana. It doesn't like heal. It doesn't do anything.
but-
Like,
Forsaken does have 5 other sides.
that don't do anything. I mean, okay, it's like I don't really want I mean anything but the mana, right? At least early, and then
Well,
like after that, I'm just like, why am I healing myself? Like, so I can heal back the 3 damage I did to myself, and then I just did 3 damage. Like, that's gross. That's really gross. I mean, there's some like items, right, that play with like the heal all sides for sure, but it's
I will say,
Well,
yeah,
and
top and
sometimes
bottom
the heal
with
all is
heal all.
just like against dragons AoE or the hands AoE. Sometimes it can bring your characters back. but-
Dragon?
So
Wait, the dragon.
the dragon.
What?
Oh my
What's
god, not
dragon?
dragon. Oh wait, I saw that Twinge game.
Oh yeah, dragon egg.
Yeah.
I saw a Twinge game where he had something like an hour-long dragon laid in his streak. I was like, it's dragon.
It was Twinge the one that said
Yeah, Twinge respects
he
the
respects
dragon a lot.
dragon more than inevitable.
I think that's
Yeah.
PTSD, that respect right there after that game at least.
I have some inevitable PTSD.
I can
Oh,
see it.
definitely.
Sometimes Dragon does just do 5 to all repeatedly, and if you're not having the right heroes for that, it can be a little bit hard.
I think
I feel like you either kill the dragon by that point, or you actually have enough heal that you just out-sustain it. It's very rare that don't have.
I click Soothe twice and then I win. Like,
For example.
Well, yes, you're right. I'd rather have Prophet's spell than Forsaken's heal all things. That's true, but that's why Prophet's big happy. Forsaken isn't. Oh well. Okay, Forsaken is slightly sad. That's all I really wanted.
yeah, I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think this is good.
Blues.
I guess maybe we should consider like Fate also. That like sometimes you have some sort of curses or whatever that like the Fate spell can rescue 2 heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the barrel.
Barrel, yeah. Barrel
Barrel
synergy. We should
Sort of want me the big brutal game.
I sort of want to rate Forsaken above Fate.
No.
No.
way.
No, Fate's actually
That's
super
crazy
strong.
talk. Yeah, that's crazy.
There's some
Even
items
I,
that just
even I
really feel
think that's crazy,
side,
and
just
I think I like
breaks
more
it.
Forsaken more than most.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fate is actually a strong hero. The only thing just hacks you.
Well, I would hesitate to say Fate's strong. I mean, it doesn't have like the revives or like.
Okay, it's not like the
or
big
regen
Isn't
that
that-
the heroes have.
Doesn't that make Fate a not strong hero though? Unless you've got a really good counter elsewhere.
That's why she's whatever.
Yeah, that's why she's whatever.
Well, I mean, Fate spell is just insane output, and then.
It's true.
Okay, Warlock number 1.
Warlock.
Artificer bottom, please.
Alright, for twinge, yeah.
Yeah, 4 turns.
I'd still probably put Ace below Artificer, but I really hate them both. Let's make that clear. They're both insane for me.
Me too.
I feel like so many of these are it depends.
Why is the gas picture swapped?
I don't know, man. Alright, I can fix it.
Ace stole Gas's face. How dare he?
I've had some aces pop off, like two, but
And like the blues are so weird. I feel like half of these blues.
Wait.
Yeah, things got worse for you.
Oh no. Alright, I got this.
he's like, I'm gonna put the circle
There
in
we
the
go.
square hole and the triangle in the square
When you
hole.
say raid good with fog, how good are we talking? Like above Prophet? Yeah, probably the best red you can find.
It's. I feel like Yellow Crow. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. I feel like that's sort of like the case of sometimes in these styles of games you say, well, I've got this bad thing. If I combine it with these 2 other bad things, it'll become a somewhat good thing, rather than just taking the good thing.
No, but it's somewhat good thing. The one mana heal 25.
It just requires you to take
That's pretty
one.
good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. There's like Prophet spell with for 1 mana, and then
The Warlock top, everybody else
Yeah.
depends.
I think Sork has risen quite a bit for me.
I mean, Sork the hand, easy.
Yeah, like Sork.
Yeah.
And then like a million different items like break this thing insanely hard.
Yeah, and there's more.
A million things break Wizard too.
things.
Like
Aside from Warlock, most of these guys are so item dependent.
oh,
Yeah,
Even
like,
Warlock,
Gas is
like,
fine. Gas does fine.
gas can
Yeah.
gas can do fine.
I feel like Weaver's pretty solid a lot of the time.
Weaver's
too.
always
Yeah,
solid.
Weaver's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Weaver's
solid.
Yeah.
solid.
But like
Although,
Wizard
yeah,
and
use the,
Sorcerer, I want items. I don't
We
just want to
also
take.
use Sharp Wits the best.
Yeah. Artificer is not dependent on items because it just sucks anyway.
Wait, what? Onecraft?
Oh yeah, Onecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, Onecraft is true. It's true.
Isn't there something where it
Not
takes
even
your best pip sides and copies it?
Yeah, so like
For Artificer.
Abacus scales or something, and Artificer has 10 poison.
There we go.
That's way better than just I put stasis on Artificer. Like stasis does not make him good. No.
Yeah, stasis is like whatever.
Artificer is good with polearms that cast suits every turn.
Right. That's actually true.
Chronos is weird to me. I don't even have we picked a single Chronos in the streak.
I hate Chronos.
I don't think we've picked
I
it a
hate
single
Chronos.
time.
He's just kind of meh.
It's
It's
7
like you can't even do anything good with him.
7 HP doesn't do
Maybe
anything.
random in the Chronos, I'm not that upset, but I wouldn't pick him.
He just feels so milky toast. Like it's like
The spell is
I'm
good, but
growing.
it doesn't make mana to cast its own spell. So it's a bit weird.
Oh yeah, Sork spell owns, by the way. That's another thing. It's like, yeah, it's item dependent sometimes, but also the hand is like one of the only fights you care about, and then the spell is like amazing.
At least he's not as item dependent as the wizard. Wizard, I feel.
Yeah,
that's
Wizard
just, like,
is
want
you
something.
can't really
Yeah.
pick. Sork you cannot just pick.
Are we slightly happy with Ghast? I feel like I'm whatever on Ghast.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just you weaken stuff for 2 turns and then your blue does nothing, but that's sometimes good enough.
That's usually good enough. On the hand.
Oh, and you can still make 5 mana. What do you mean?
True,
This is why
yeah.
you pick Valkyrie. What do you mean?
Yeah, we can 2 turns, yeah, and then 1 turn 5 mana, they have 3 good turns, and then in the meantime, in hallways you are just like killing things. Okay, hallways, whatever, who cares? But you have 3 good turns. 3 good turns are good enough.
I mean, sometimes your curse is set up for gas too. You know, you have easy targets. Like
The
you
bee.
can just call every single turn.
Or not the B. The seed.
I don't know. I don't typically like picking gas that early though, just because it's like, well, what if I get like a really good synergy item for my blue and then it like wizard pops off or something?
I think
But I'll
sometimes
never
it
know
makes
if I
sense,
pick gas first.
Like I'm like, okay, I want a really good gray or a really good red, because I think those are the heroes that actually just like win the run most of the time. Like I want to force good selections there. So I pick Ghast over random probably, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, fine.
But gas over random is definitely different than slightly happy.
Yeah, that's why I think it's whatever to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that.
It's
gas
just
too
neutral.
much.
Yeah, I'm not like
Yeah.
I'm not happy, but I'm not depressed.
But the wizard, I
Maybe-
think.
I'm not happy with Wizard, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'd probably
Wizard
put
is-
wizard as a whatever too, with a note that like he gets way better with like.
Yeah, Wizard is
synergies.
too item dependent.
Yeah, it's like sad, slightly sad without items, happy with items. Yeah.
That makes sense. All this looks good.
There
to me
is
now.
a lot that breaks it, but yeah, I mean, even with worse items, I think that
Yeah.
we had a lot of runs that Wizard was very broken in.
You know, what's impressive about this to me is we were going on about, you know, you don't really care too much about some of your other tier 3 heroes that you roll, but we really want to roll a good red and blue. And then we're talking about the blues, and we're sort of like half of them are in that meh category.
We
I,
really
Like
want
blues can
Yeah,
get
yeah,
broken
spells.
fast.
Yeah, that's why you have to. If you click the warlock or you have a ace, then it's like you either win the game or you lose the game.
Yeah, sweet.
Like if you look at the top 2 here, warlock or sorcerer, it's because those are the 2 spells that do best against bosses.
Pretty much, huh?
and Weaver just makes 10 million mana sometimes, so like that's good enough.
Yeah, Weaver makes mana for your red.
Oh, Weaver hard counters inevitable, yeah.
Yeah.
True. If you don't have mana to spend on like your red, or you have slow spells or something, like I wonder how this. I don't know how many people are playing with that, but like it might be kind of different. Because you're
Wait, what?
like these heroes are pretty much just like, is the spell good? Yes or no? Like, or do you have items to break them?
Do I have enough mana to cast my spell?
No, I just want my blue to cast mana for my red usually,
Yeah.
and then the warlock just hits as well. But the sorcerer, I don't even use the malaise like more than my red spell, like probably like 50-50.
That really says something about Sage and Foretell then too, because like you just roll Sage Prophet, and you just like, I don't need a blue. I've got my mana generator right here.
What is
I don't need
sage?
tier 3.
We
Oh, sorry,
Sage?
Foretell.
Seer.
Yeah, the
Seer,
Foretell.
Seer.
Yeah, the seer is much better with the
Seer.
good reds now. Yeah,
I see you can keep more often.
yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Uh,
Learn Foretell is a tier 3 item.
That's a funny one.
That's
It's like really funny when I got it once.
Oh, I guess we got it. We got everything.
These are the heroes.
Hey, we're
Greens?
not a hero.
I don't even know
Greens?
anything about these. I don't think I've looked at them.
Now we go through them
Green,
quick.
yeah, statue S tier.
Spade is like actually pretty good.
Spade, yeah, is big happy for sure. You can't lose early game if you have spade.
Emeralds, if you look at the heroes, actually like a lot of output.
Heal 2 every side.
I mean, compared to like some garbage orange, you know. House Cat is insanely good. I mean, not
Yeah,
really.
every time I
No.
see a screenshot, House Cat just wins.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'd actually put
Are
House
we
Cat
just
at the
looking at the
bottom.
survivors with that one, Xecnar? I wonder.
Like having a tier 1 at the end is not worth seeing tier 4s.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I
But
actually think
Tinder's-
it's even worse than Tinder, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's like Tinder's only bad until you upgrade Tinder. House Cat's bad for the entire run.
Yep. Definitely.
Funny.
Podcast, you get a bunch of items. Funny.
Meh.
Reflection, actually, the tactic is decent. But
Yeah.
that's require you to roll a 3-pip side.
Yeah, I think I like Pockets a little bit more, just because the inflict exert is actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the sides are pretty cool, right? The spheres also pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fierce.
Yeah,
That's a funny keyword.
Yeah.
And then for tier 2s,
Granite's like so stupid.
Granite's game winning.
Granite's pretty good.
Presence is
Granite
also
just-
very strong.
Granite gets
Presence
attacked.
strong.
Look at that.
Mimic is
I'm not
strong.
taking damage.
Oh, yeah, Mimic is
Mimic-
definitely strong.
Mimic has 10 HP, and if
Yeah.
you pick good heroes for Mimic, you get pretty good sides, so
Yeah.
Mimic goes up there pretty well too.
Spying is horrible.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's I
I mean,
I'd probably
statues
put
will
Spine more in
work.
the middle, but
Coffin
I think
is the worst.
Statue's worst, honestly. Like you
Yeah.
need some sort of like good item for Statue.
Yeah, agree.
Without it, it's just unpickable. If you're playing greens, you like can't random either on tier 2s because you might get Statue with no item. Just have a hero that does nothing.
Coffin is
Coffin
pretty
is
bad.
also grieving, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coffin's
I grieve more than Statue.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Um,
not had good luck with Coffin recently.
Alien
Alien-
tactic is
Oh.
good, allegedly.
The other 4 in the middle are
Tactic
just
is
all
good.
kind of whatever. I don't know enough about the greens to like sort these 4 in the
I don't
middle.
know anything about
Hey,
these. At
how is
all.
that a good tactic?
Alien's good, but if it weren't for that, it would just be Gambler.
I might put Sphere at the top of these 4 just because, like, just below Mimic, just because you can do some silly things with Sphere, like keep cantrip reroll and actually hold it so that you can use it for slam.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
whole point,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's the point, right? Yeah.
Oh,
But
that looks pretty good.
I don't know
And
if
then-
presence is better than sphere, but
Also, the HP thing is actually quite strong. The immune
yeah, the
damage.
HP is strong and the side's
Decent.
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like presence more than sphere actually.
I mean, every time I see presence, just kind of
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't had good luck
And
with
sometimes the
presence.
cleanse, self cleanse, it even pops out.
Yeah.
Doesn't slaps.
Yeah, it's just like super tanky.
Yeah, and then just roll one of those sides, and you can do some pretty silly stuff with it.
Can't get weakened easy.
Real. Wait, with the bandana? Presence bandana, insane.
Yep,
That looks good.
it's kind of good.
Air
Good enough
freeze.
for our knowledge, given we don't really pick it that much.
Twing on the top, of course.
Wait, green twin.
I don't know. This might be just recency bias, but like I've had a lot of runs where I got like some sort of left buff thing for robot, and he just carried with crescent shield with like glowing egg and such.
I think
Crescent
in
shield could be really good.
vacuum might just be dice because it's just like freaking 12 HP.
Wait, robot has 14.
Ooh. Cool. Robot has 14.
Robot has 14 and crescent shield, which can go
Mhm.
crazy sometimes.
Tainted has to be the worst, right?
Yeah, like what
Yes.
the hell is this? Getting a
No.
tier 4 curse, like what?
Wait,
Tainted is
what? What? Why?
Because apparently 3 cleaves are good. Not
What?
Yeah.
I looked at these sides and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever.
That's okay. Oh,
You can't
it
even
must have
fill
a
in his
good ability on
flanks.
top to make those sides good, is what you say, right?
Yeah, like
Nope.
what?
The blanks cannot even be changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It stays.
Is the curse random, or do you get to choose it? I've never
Random.
clicked tainted because
Random.
I'd never play with
Random, it's
green,
random.
so.
It's random.
The one
That
redeeming
could just-
quality I have for Tainted is poem Tainted versus the hand.
Okay, but you click tainted,
Yeah.
and sometimes the game just gives you a game over screen too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's still not
random
worth it.
curse. I don't want to take random tier 1 curse, let alone random tier 4.
Yeah, I took I was playing on my phone. I took like random tier 1. I had slime demic like boned or something like soft.
No, yeah, tier 3s, buddy.
Yeah, whatever it was, but that was hella funny. Like, I imagine there's some stupid stuff that happens like that where you just soft lock yourself.
Hmm.
Also, it's a tier 4
Yeah,
curse,
good.
like it's unplayable, right? I don't know if we have time to talk
Like,
about curses.
Yeah.
but-
If Tainted rolls blank to right sides.
But I think it's worth talking about. Like, there's that one tweak that you can get really early on, a tier 1 random curse for 4 tier 1 items, and we used to pick that more.
Yeah,
But then slowly
all
we
the
stopped.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
It's only if you
does
feel like you're
anybody
dying.
still click that?
If you feel like you're dying in like the next floor, I click.
Yeah,
When we
strong early game, you just don't need the random.
when we randoms into Bard, we insta click that shit,
Yup.
Yeah, if a big risk short term, then you take it.
and then it got change of heart, and then we got a gray,
Hmm.
A real character, yep.
a real
I
block.
click if I can see like enough tier 1 items that I feel like I would really improve the run right now if I were to get those tier 1 items, but otherwise no.
Yeah, I saw Rush wanted to click the chest in the Reddit
And
thing.
funny thing, like I had a few runs after that. Well, me observing one of my friends' runs as well. We got like three pip pain a few times off of that curse chest, and I changed my mind like almost immediately. It's like never mind,
Oh
this
my
curse
God.
chest kind of sucks.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, there's just some run-ending curses when by the time you
Yeah.
get it. So I
It's
just don't
real
feel like
bad.
clicking random with it. So I don't see how you can click tainted and freaking get a tier 4.
Oh, the
Defectos.
tweaks.
Yeah, we can look at the tweaks. I don't even know.
Um,
Some of these definitely are good. We've gotten
Wait, let us finish the
insanely
greens.
strong.
Yeah.
Were we?
Oh.
Oh, I thought we were kind of done with the greens.
Yeah,
Dice is
I don't know
really
anything about this, so I
Rumble.
can't contribute.
Jumble can be really, really good too. Same with dice. Like, I'm not
Probably
too sad when I
Jumble
get
might
them.
be above Dice, and then
Oh, interesting.
maybe Vessel above. I haven't had much experience with Vessel. I just like the game, but I don't pick greens that often, and when I do, like the game never offers me Vessel for some reason. So I don't really
I
know.
think a luggage is probably stronger than Vessel. They're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think usually the items you get 3, so like you can do something with it. The
Yeah,
blessing
items
could just be
are
like completely useless.
Stronger than the blessing, but
Yeah.
Vessel is slightly better size.
Yeah,
but-
slightly better size. Yeah.
The one time I had luggage as a choice, I don't take greens too often. It was like, right, I've got these heroes like Wizard and so on. Can this just get me like a run-ending item?
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, you can. I mean,
it definitely can. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But if I've,
count.
if I've got standard, just good heroes already, I don't really want to click a dead hero.
All right, that's good.
Yep.
But we didn't put them any ranks, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, these
Yeah,
are
I mean,
way
whatever,
less
that's good.
serious. Like, we can just
I
say,
just
like,
wanted
loosely.
Just skim over them real quick. Yeah.
It's
Oh.
like with the standard device, choose myriad, don't take stuff like tough
Maybe
HP,
you
don't give
can-
monsters damage, and don't choose greens normally.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have
yeah.
a.
probably
I think
what
we'd
I'm
have
there.
more of a conversation
think
here if Dark Twinge was still here to try and tell us that Cat was good or something.
Alright, I need to go too.
Yeah, but I think that is all heroes. Good job.
Perfect timing. Good job.
Uh,
Clap.
surely,
GG.
Okay,
Yay.
so I think at some point, I think the next things to do would be curses for sure, right?
Yeah. Surely
Yeah.
curses only take one stream.
Yeah, only take one shoot.
Surely.
Yeah. But that's the most interesting thing, I think, right?
Okay, click at for full list curses.
Yeah, we have it right
right.
in the almanac.
Right.
The top right.
Oh
How
god.
many are there?
200
295.
whatever.
Yeah, 295, and then we also talk about generated, then there's more.
I mean, generated they are quite often there.
Yeah,
Is there
they're
any,
very-
is there any general comments we can say about the curses? Because I think this is what decides the tier list for like general people's general opinion on heroes. Like,
Just take
My
the
general
good ones
take
and
is
don't pick
like-
the bad ones.
Only pick good
Just
curses.
pick the
you
good
will win.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick the winning
Like-
one.
Don't add too many monsters unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just don't
Don't-
add any monsters.
Don't add damage to them. Don't add a monster and add damage at the same time. Otherwise,
Don't
you're in for a
add
bad
damage
time.
to the mobs.
Yeah, don't.
Period.
Yeah, just don't make your team take more damage.
Yeah, and I think blessings can sometimes be a bit baitish. Like you see a good blessing, but then you're like, "But why don't I just take the easy curses? Why should I add
Always,
more curses?"
always take heavy dice. Like every version of heavy dice, use a click.
Heavy dice 3, bit fishy.
Yeah,
Well,
not fishy on
Heavy
that.
Dice 2, the
fine.
one that's tier 3, right?
No. What?
The
No,
tier
the heavy
3,
Heavy Dice 3.
only
is-
reroll 2 for tier 3.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
under.
That one's iffy. The other ones are great. I am up.
The 1 is free, 2 is free, 3 is like fair, and then
Fair,
10 is
yeah.
also free. Unless
Yeah.
you have like bad starting team.
Unless it's like, yeah, Scoundrel, Lazy, and Prodigy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're playing
Yeah,
Brutal, and your team sucks.
Slippery
I
are all
won-
scams except for the
I've
tier
won all my
6 one.
brutal games with Heavy Dice 10.
Slippery scams.
No, Slippery tier 6 is good. I mean, not good, it's fair.
Yeah, Slippery 6 is fair. That's like that's gonna be the most hot take that we have because
In,
no one
in
agrees
this
with
patch,
that.
it's definitely better because you have like just more heroes with 6 sides.
All heroes have side. Like, there's no statue. There's no.
Yeah, your tankier to.
I'm
We
not a
seem to
big fan of
value
Slippery.
consistent heroes high too, right? So when you've got things like Warden walking around, then heavy dice and slippery dice are better.
Yeah, but Slippery I think is much worse than Heavy, as just like a general comment. Like, I would much
Yeah,
rather
all
be able to
Slippery-
like solve with 3 of my dice and be like, no one's dying, and then I can attempt to high roll, and if I don't, then it's whatever. Versus being like, okay, do I just solve or do I like attempt to just reroll
I think-
everything?
I think
It's
Slippery 1, 2, and 4 are like complete garbage, and 6 is like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 is playable. I think I like 6 the most.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
And then
You need to force Jason to play Slippery 6.
I
Yeah.
mean, we can. Now that we're at 50, I don't really care. Okay, let's get 52 and then we can have fun. Right?
And then the worst items is also the same kind of interesting, where like 1 and 3 and 11 is like kind of bad, but 7 is just like super chill.
Yeah, 7 super
Which one is
chill.
7 again?
7 is
Minus 3 tier.
-3.
Yeah.
Why is minus? I want to hear the logic of this one. So the first item that you get is a tier 2 curse, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that horrible? I remember reading
No,
through
they're
some
not
of
very
them.
good.
Terrible.
Fine.
No,
No,
it's
they're
7
fine.
points. That is 7 points.
7.
It's the
funny-
same. It is the same thing as 2.0. 2.0 we
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about this, but yeah, it's like
But it's
I
much
think
better
7
now.
points.
I think.
Yeah, it's
it's
even
better.
better now. Yeah.
It's even better now.
But the thing is, the funny thing is this tier 2 thing is, yeah, it's not bad, but also very often I get like double wolf or something, or like double barrel or something, and then it's
Mhm.
like,
It's just a
It's
tier
forced
1
to
It's
double.
just completely free. Yeah.
and then you get a tier -1, which is usually completely free, and then yeah, you get, and then the thing is like this tier 4 to 6 already have, they're like so strong they can just carry if you need any items to carry, but the main thing is the heroes are so strong this patch that you have like a freaking wanderer or like all these yellows, and like there's just way too many carries now. And you don't care about the items too much to carry.
I think I just had really bad luck with worse items in 2.0, and that led me to feel like it was unpickable, but I might give it a try
I
sometime.
think I just like
After all,
to use
think highly of
items,
Worst items.
so I don't feel like waiting half the game for good items.
It's
to come
not
out.
as fun, right? I think items being broken is fun, but then like
Ooh.
you look at worst items 4 compared to like worst items 3, and it's very different because the tier
Worst item
3
4 is
are
horrible.
horrid.
Well, if the early game wasn't such a risk, then
As
good
in
items like quality items would be really good to take all the time. Like
The tier
quality
3,
items.
the tier 3 curse items like so much worse for some reason.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
infinitely worse than the tier 2s, which is
It's-
insane.
Yeah, 1 point.
yeah, I'm reading through the tier 2s now. They're not too bad, I guess.
yeah, and
Quality
then,
items, as I was saying, like you get quality items, the game feels like okay, just get up to like floor 6 or floor 8, and then you win when you've got quality items.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess the
except for if
-3
you're
are
buying
all
more.
like generated, huh?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
probably
well,
why they're so terrible.
Which is why they're so freaking bad.
Yeah, I guess they're not even on here, right?
No.
Yeah.
Tier 4 is horrible. Like Tier 4 is game ending.
Yeah,
Tier 2 is
tier,
okay.
tier 7 just strikes a perfect balance between the value for the 7 points, giving your early game just being free, but also not having the horrible -3, but also giving like 7 points, like insane.
Yeah, it's just a smooth curve. Early game is fine, late game is fine.
Yeah, stuff like this feels really bad, and that's why I think people don't want to take worse items, right? But it's not actually like if you think about this as being 7 points of curse for one hero, it's not that bad. Like there's a lot of stuff that's pretty similar, right? Like someone usually can take this. Like this is completely free, right?
I guess part of the worry though is that you're not getting like the high tier items at the end either. If you're like on worst items -3, you're not getting the tier 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, but usually
sometimes if you're having a rough
than
run
before.
Like it's 7 points. You're in hard mode. Like what is hurting you after you've taken already that 7 points worth, right? Unless you do something silly and take a blessing with it, and you have to take even more curses.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I have a run where it's like I'm not quite getting the good heroes or synergies I wanted, and want like those high tier items to try and bail me out.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it feels a little scary to take worse items.
There's stuff on tier 6 like this
quality...
kind of stuff just bails you out super hard, right? Like there's quite a bit.
Well,
you take like quality +4 or something like that, and you start to see stuff like Kite Shield early or anything early. It really makes you respect the items.
So I think the problem with the blessing, like +4, right, to your items, is you don't get them immediately, and then you have more points of curse. So like, how do you
just put
have?
pressure on your early game.
It's a lot of pressure.
One of the bigger is already on floor 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, floor 4 is the big risk. But I wanted to say something about the late game, because we're talking about some carries, which is something you want for like Warlock or whatever. But that's only against the hand. If you go against the other guys, you can just solve it by having a good red as well, or like a good gray. Just have
just deal 3-4 damage per turn, and just heal.
And you don't need to do anything. Yeah.
Jason's having PTSD for the inevitable loss.
On my phone, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny. This PC has not lost a single game on 3.0.
That's literally not true, right?
No, it is, because we started playing together, right?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Holy.
The first game I played, I think I won on my own, and then the second game I played, I was like, "Hey, do you want to play this with me?"
Oh yeah.
And then we never lost, like literally ever. So yeah, I've lost on phone quite a bit because I just clicked through it, you know. But yeah, this PC is only trying super hard.
Worst items 7, I also take on brutal like pretty much whenever I see it, because you're just playing unfair mode, and you can actually survive pretty easily. And then
I'm still at the point with brutal of you've got to find the broken line on the curse screen, or it's just too hard. I've yet to say here's how to
worst item 7. But that's another reason why I'm like, even if you put like 4 or how much 17 points on top, it's not like I don't know, it doesn't have much impact.
Okay, well, I think I want to wrap up at least the recording, and we can talk more if people still want to, but at least wrap up the recording for this and then post it. So does anyone have any final things to say about any of the heroes or anything that they want to add?
Stay strong, Jester believers.
That Bard and Valkyrie are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like some prioritization, like who do we like prioritize? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Like tier 1, I do want some damage if you don't have it for the floor 4 usually.
I'd agree with that.
But if you
usually
see a gray, you definitely want
yellow is enough. So honestly, I think the one that makes me reroll the most is lazy, because the tier 1 yellow is enough for floor 4, kind of. But having lazy actually lose runs.
I feel like alloy lose you.
Yeah, alloy also. for sure.
I think
you can
Reddit
actually
likes
put them in
Alloy, which
the-
is funny.
I mean, they also
Yeah.
like par.
Yeah.
Same
Clumsy
hero.
is like I hate clumsy with passion, yeah, but clumsy would not be the run losing pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
I mean,
that's
low
up
HP
there.
just puts you in such a
Compared
death
to-
spiral sometimes. Like, rather
Compared
than
to the
dealing
other
something
classes.
useful, all you're doing is trying to save constantly. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
that's spoken about enough.
Yeah, Alloy just puts you in such a weird spot where like your hero is dying turn 1, and then you have to like put a self burst on, and then your damage is like super weird.
And you're not targeting who you want to target.
If you have
Like-
to spend burst to block on turn 1, then usually it's going wrong.
Yeah, things are going very
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, I think that sort of combination of not taking curses that hurt you a lot on damage wise and taking the high HP heroes means you get to do what you want on the first turn or two.
Oh yeah,
You can also
yeah,
sort of
max
decide the fight.
HP.
And you will brick, and it just allows you to.
Yeah, it allows you to brick or it allows you to target who you want. You can target the war chief rather than this other thing, and so on. Give yourself buffer room.
Okay. Well, I think that wraps up the hero section, and now we have to move on to all the other crap later. But at least that feels pretty definitive. So I'm excited to see what the comments will be. Well,
Alright, please link your post when you post.
yeah, I'll have to type something up. If anyone wants to say anything, feel free, because it's not just my tier list, you know. So
I can't wait to read through the YouTube comments too.
Oh my god, no.
I've read enough YouTube comments in my life from my job that I don't need to read anymore. Like, I'm good, man. Okay, that's the end of the recording then. Thanks for watching.